We're live.
At least play the countdown before we go live.
Fuck that. It's already live, Jay.
Hey.
What's up? Camera's on the whole time.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. The intro. Stephanie, why don't you tell them the problem with the intro? The chat will like hearing your description of what the problem with the intro is.
The intro is too large.
There we go. The chat will appreciate that. So thank you, Stephanie, for letting us know. The chat will appreciate that.
It probably would have still been the same retarded Meta PCs intro anyway. So.
Hey, it's been doing good. We've been selling Meta PCs. By the way, if you go to metapcs.com, if you go to the Geeks and Gamers landing page, if you go check out everything on their website, if you find something that you like, you can use the promo code 199 and get yourself a Meta PCs. Hi, Ryan. That was a nice little way to still advertise Meta PCs without a Meta PCs advertisement.
That's true. It was convenient. And you even got in a 199 mention. You know how much I love those. So hail the 199. I'm sure we'll see a lot of it in chat.
Listen, man. Today. Listen, you knew 199 was legit when every time Ripa joins the chat, he drops the 199. It's over when Ripa's co-signing. So
yeah, I appreciate him doing that.
So you're the reason the 199 is a thing now.
I brought it in this world. I'm going to try to take it out.
Never going to happen, baby. Never going to happen. Look at all those 199s in the chat. 199 is us. It is Geeks
like, use the code
Gamers.
promo 199. People are like, what does that mean? I pay $199? Do I get $199
literally any fucking
off?
body using that code understands what it means. No random person that doesn't know Geeks and Gamers is going to use 199 without knowing what it means, Ryan.
I guarantee you there's people in this chat that just heard you say that have no idea what 199 means.
Yeah, and now they do. Now they do.
Every single stream.
And whether they have an avatar or if they have just a letter, they are welcome here, no matter what Ryan Kennel has to say. We're also on Kick, by the way. So we are live on Rumble, Geeks and Gamers. We're live on Odyssey. We're live on Kick, Geeks and Gamers Kick. We have 4 different platforms that we are live on. And just to be clear, we accept your money on all of them. But anyway, it's Tuesday night's main event. Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. War Machine dropping 5 gifted memberships.
Let's go.
Already getting this party started. We got Ryan Kennel, the most positive person on the entire internet, and it's not even questionable. In fact, Ryan, you got some splaining to do, Ryan, okay? We know you're positive. We know you're a very positive person. Okay. This might be one of the most positive things you've ever done right here. Ryan, can you explain what's going on here?
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Is that real?
No, it's not. Tom. That's a Tom Photoshop. It's actually
really good.
It's a really good.
No, so actually, what I was doing was I saw a big Pride road, and I was taking a picture in order to GPS tag it for people with pickup trucks to come and do burnouts. That's actually what this picture was for. So thank you, Tom, for helping me spread the message.
Thanks, Tom.
That's some damn good Photoshop, Tom. That's some damn good Photoshop.
Just the head, like the rest is like Justin Joe's suit or whatever these are.
That's a good ad for Titleist.
Right. Titleist.
How you doing, Ryan? The most positive man on the internet.
I'm doing good. We got a big Superman announcement, very conveniently timed in the middle of all the horrific DC news about the Flash bombing. hey, look at this, guys. New Superman casting. Talk about that, please, instead of us losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. They essentially said, hey, we need to cast a young Henry Cavill. So they've gotten a young Henry Cavill. That's what a lot of people have been saying. I think for all we can do is judge it on what he looks like. He looks like he could be a good Superman. We'll see what happens, but I'm more interested in Ripaverse stuff, and Ripa is continuing to knock it out of the park and upset a lot of overweight, out of shape people on Twitter. How you doing, Ripa?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man, and that's very true. Still pissing off fat people.
It's always fat people talking the most shit, isn't it?
Every
Weird
time.
how that fucking works. Always fatties want to talk the most.
Every fucking time, man. But yeah, I'm doing good. Seriously, we hit 1.6 million. I think today. Nice. Yeah, we hit that today. So shout out to everybody there. We actually got a big bump because found out there was a little error here, and we weren't sending out our emails. They weren't actually going out to everybody. So a lot of folks that aren't active on social media probably knew nothing about this campaign. So we finally got that stuff out. We got a massive boost yesterday. And yeah, we're closing in on getting that cover, that last final cover unlocked, mass print cover. I think I'll have the pencil and ink ready and done for the short box tomorrow. So we'll get it colored and then we'll get it released. So yeah, everything's been going good. I've had some very intriguing creative meetings as of late, man. And I'm excited to just for this universe, just in general, man. It's a really exciting thing. And you know, seeing what's going down in the comic book industry with the utter failure of it and people realizing that Hollywood's kind of in a tricky spot with comic book related material. We see what's going on with San Diego Comic-Con, and they don't know what the fuck they're gonna do because it seems like nobody's showing up to the motherfucker outside of a few studios. And yeah, I called that long ago, but nonetheless, the important shit is the Rippaverse, and we're doing well, and I'm just thankful for everybody's support.
I can say, and obviously I won't make any specific comments on it, but I'm aware of some conversations Riff has been having because some of the G&G peeps have been connecting him. Man, y'all got some exciting shit in the future. But again, as I've been saying from the beginning, giving this man your money is a good investment down the road. So continue to support Rippaverse. It's good stuff, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited as hell. So we got Rolo, the Puerto Rican pistolero, and you already know what time it is. Whenever Rolo's introduced, it's just part of it. So here we go.
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico.
And just for good measure,
her cat was named Vagina.
all right, so
Oh, those are both good. Those are both good. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy to be here. We had our show yesterday. Our 122nd episode, Joe and I, on the Locked and Loaded Latinos podcast. We talked a lot about all the crazy shit that happened last week. It really seemed like it was distractions and movies, like movie titles, and between everything between the submersible and what happened in Russia, and then all the politics here. It was just like, what the hell's going on, man? It's like a TV show. So
yeah, man, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And it looks like we're gonna be playing some video games a little bit later. Me, you, maybe Jay, if he decides he's, if we're good enough for him, maybe he'll show up. Maybe Beardo will show up. I don't know.
And I'm busy these days, man. We just talked like 30 minutes before the show, and I said, yeah, I'm playing.
Okay. All right.
Jeez.
Drunk 3PO. What's up, Drunk 3PO?
Good, man. Busy as always.
What's up?
About it.
Good.
What?
He's like, "What's up?" You're like, "Good."
Good.
I can't even say good. What the heck?
It's like he already knew what he was gonna say without even worrying about what my question was.
You were gonna say, "Jay, how's it going?" And he was like, "Good."
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, I messed you up with flow.
That's all I got to say.
That's it,
I'm not
Jay?
a big fan of interrupting people. That's my bad.
I'm happy.
Oh man, why? So what's going on with StreamYards? It's not auto starring the super chats. You see that, Ryan? Am I seeing? You see the same thing?
Yeah, we got like 3 other places to find them though, so it should be.
Yeah. I was making sure it wasn't just me. So, but it's nice to have Drunk 3PO here. He's been kind of intertwined in some of the Rippa Twitter stuff this week. We might talk a little bit about that. So Jay's always happy to get mentioned. So
not really. It's just unique.
You know what hit my feed, randomly hit my feed was that first video where I met you in Orlando.
Oh,
and I watched it and I'm like, God, Jay's so stupid. I love it. Like, he just like the way you you edited the music in, the slow music, that slow mo.
That's where they got that horrible picture from me that they keep posting. That was on
in the thumbnail
today, apparently.
No, so Krista posts this weird thumbnail of Jay, or she posts this weird picture of Jay on the thumbnail, and so then Jay comes into our chat and he goes, who put that picture of me? So then Krista says, oh, I'll change it. So she changed it to the blue-haired Jay. And right here, that's the
It's my favorite picture of him.
That's a villain that'll haunt you in your dreams.
No.
I feel like that. I feel like Jay. You know the picture of
Wax figure.
you know the picture of you when you're like doing that gator show.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that too.
It's
Yeah,
It's a
it's
drunk
terrible.
3PO action figure.
I was all
Remember-
right.
That's
So
so
I was
wise.
standing there taking a picture next to Darth Vader, and somebody just zoomed in. That's why it's all fuzzy looking.
That looks like
And,
the boss you fight before the final boss.
Yeah.
No, that looks like the mall kiosk guy that you don't want to make eye contact
This
with.
is no
You
man.
know?
This is the Who's Framing Roger Rabbit villain.
No, his eyes make me think of what was that episode of The Simpsons where
I
they
was
thought
going
it was
full Cuban this day.
they thought it was an alien, but it was like Homer, and he was like waking up at night and like
You calling me an
sleepwalking or
alien
whatever.
now, Rolo?
No, your eyes are like weird.
If it's a video game,
eyes
this is
are
like
weird.
Like, he's
the
like-
character that
we
meets you in the
take this off
hallway
the
and
screen,
teaches you
please?
how to parry. You know what I mean? Like he just really slowly attacks you every 5 seconds, and you like can't die. You have to learn how to parry.
He took a massive amount of smelling salts before too.
Oh no.
Jay
All right. So we'll take again. Blame Krista. Blame Krista, who's not feeling well tonight. She is backstage. So
Oh, it's Mr. Burns. That's right.
So-
Yes, yeah, that's right.
yeah. So, but blame Krista for that one. Is she the one that's made that picture like a thing? Is it her? I think
No,
it's her.
Mike.
Is it Mike that originally
Mike shares
zoomed
it
in
all
on
the
it?
time.
No,
I
but I
literally
think
haven't saved it on my
He
has it
phone.
on
I
his-
think it was Jay Hail's.
He's got it on his, you know,
Jay
on
Hailstrom was
the
the one that
ceiling
showed it
when
to
he
me
sleeps
first.
at
And
night.
so I saved it like right away, and I just shared it on Twitter. And when I'm feeling bored, I don't know what to post. I'll just share that picture up.
Could be worse, I guess.
Viper Chief got it right. Jay's the alien from Men in Black that wears the human skin suit.
Yeah.
Jay suit.
we got Fear the
So glad how we
Beardo.
were able to talk about that.
Fear the Beardo, who
Thanks, Jay, for ruining my intro.
hey, that's all right, Beardo. He didn't ruin it. I'm about to though, because
Oh,
we are
fuck.
playing Fortnite this Saturday with Melanie Mack, and Beardo's gonna be
Yeah.
there. How you doing? You,
All
you
right.
okay with that? You okay with that one, Beardo? You looking forward to that one?
How many dubs are we gonna get?
I don't see any problem with that.
Oh man, I don't know. It's going to be a good one. So I don't have a time yet, but we'll have it on the Geeks Gamers channels. I'll let you guys know what time. But yeah, good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. So, but how you doing, Beardo? You weren't
Yeah,
here
man.
all weekend. Everybody was asking about you.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm here. I'm sunburnt, and yeah, spent the weekend with some good friends that were visiting. So yeah, but I'm back, ready to go. And as far as that Superman Lois Lane casting, the only positive right now that I can think of, because I like Henry Cavill as Superman, but that new chick that's playing Lois Lane, she is 10,000 times better than Amy Adams playing Lois Lane.
Rachel
That is
Brosnahan's a goat. Yeah,
So-
she's
good
a
actress.
damn good actress. So for people who don't know, she was Rachel in House of Cards.
Yep.
And she was really good in that show. And so I think again, it's just a casting. It literally means nothing. And Ryan's 100% right. This is hey, that Flash movie that literally nobody is going to see. Can we just kind of change the conversation? That's essentially what it is. And I mean,
it's not like my idea. Everyone's basically
Yeah.
saying that. So
Yeah.
for sure, it's very convenient. I'm sure if the Flash is doing well, they'd want to let this ride a little bit longer. But yeah, and we've talked about this beforehand. It doesn't matter who was cast. It was going to be like, well, I don't like it because of this. I don't like it because of this. He's too skinny. He's too this. He's too that. And we're going to talk about this for the next 2 fucking years until we actually see him on screen, and then we'll actually know whether he's good or not.
Yeah.
well, according to YouTubers out there named John Campia that we won't mention, apparently no male character has ever been criticized for being cast. Like Hugh Jackman wasn't criticized.
No white character.
Yeah, Ben Affleck wasn't criticized. Heath Ledger wasn't criticized. It's only when it's a woman of color. She's the only
Fucking
person
asshole.
that's ever been
Yeah.
criticized in
Well,
superhero
my
casting.
first reaction was, hey, they're white. Nice. You know?
Good job, James.
It's not a given these days. So Never know. Michael B. Jordan finally pops up. You never know what's gonna happen. Krypton forever. I don't know what's gonna happen.
You know, I have a hard time processing Michael B. Jordan's career because to me, he's the guy that was on Friday Night Lights, the TV show. You know what I mean? But he's a fucking huge star now. But it's like it doesn't even process me how big of a star he is now. He's a big. I mean, I think
I used to not know the difference between him and Nick Cannon for a really long time.
Really?
Until Nick
Yeah, I used to get
him
them mixed up all the time.
Yeah, Nick started wearing the turban, so people knew who he was.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Back when Eminem had balls,
I mixed them up more than Nick mixed up his own children.
Right. Back when Eminem had balls and he just shredded Nick Cannon, that was the thing that was how I could tell a difference. Is Nick Cannon? He neutered Nick Cannon quickly. It was bad. It was really bad. But then and Eminem fell off. But that's another discussion for another time. Epic Mike,
What's going on, man?
how you doing, buddy?
I already think Canada is not a real place, but unfortunately, I woke up today and I smelled smoke, and I was running around my house figuring out what the fuck is going on. What's that smell? Step out fucking side, and there's like a haze in the air because Canada can't seem to get their country under control. Yeah, so now their fucking smoke is in my yard and smelling like I'm kind of pissed about that. I don't like to be reminded that Canada is a real place, and today I was, and so it wasn't a good start to the day, but I don't know. Maybe it'll, go away. I don't want to say much more about that, or else I might get you guys in trouble.
Well, we were talking to the private chat, and it's not something we're gonna spend a lot of time on. Ryan's got a video on it, but it's crazy. Ryan Mallett died. Who's a former college football and then NFL quarterback, and he died at 35 years old in the ocean. I guess
Just stay out of the fucking ocean. There's no reason to go in there. All right.
Well, of course
People
you
are
would
dying
say
left
that.
and right in there. Yeah. I go swim in fucking Lake Michigan, but they're not subs blowing up in there. Not quarterbacks drowning in the water.
Bro, Edmund Fitzgerald, there's some big wrecks in the
yeah.
Great Lakes, man.
So actually,
a fucking boats sink all the time.
There actually are some pretty bad riptide places along Lake Michigan, like way more surprising than you'd think. But yeah, Ryan Mallett, I don't. There's not many details, so I don't know really what's going on. Other than Ryan Mallett's been out of the NFL,
bro.
He was at the beach, and he died in a drowning incident in Florida. He's been the head coach for a high school in Arkansas the past couple of years. So.
It's crazy because I obviously it was in Destin, Florida. I've been to Destin many a times. Been to the beaches in Destin. Destin's only about an hour from Pensacola. So that whole Panhandle area, whether it's Pensacola, Destin, Panama City, all of that. The ocean's like anything else, man. Like, but like if you don't and plenty of people go out to the ocean and do not respect it. They go out there deep, even if there's yellow flags. There's a flat flag system that tells you what like the undercurrent is and everything like that, the undertow. And I've been in some tough situations, even not being out very deep at all. If there's any warnings that the undertow or the undercurrent is bad, if you do not respect that, you could be fucked. And I don't know if that's what happened. So it's just pure speculation because we don't know any details, but it hit me weird because I watched a lot of Ryan Mallett in college. And of course he went into the NFL and did he start after did he start at any point?
He started a couple games for the Texans and
he spent
played
some
for
time in
Baltimore a little
too.
bit, but he never, never had a crazy career or anything like that. But,
he was pretty hyped in college. There was a lot of hype around him in college.
He was big.
Yeah, he's a
big dude.
He got the old, hey, we'll draft you. You get to sit behind Tom Brady for a couple years and do nothing.
Yep. So, but anyway, that is that. It sucks. RIP, 35 years old. So that is crazy. That is crazy.
Stay out of the ocean. Mike is right.
Stay out of the fucking ocean.
Orcas are coming. Sharks are coming.
Yep. Yeah, the orcas are going crazy in the fucking ocean now.
They don't want submarines in there.
Just stay the fuck out of there. There's no reason to just swim in it. Yeah,
it's all bad.
Just move on.
I guess you guys feel that way like I do about flying. Just stay out of the air, stay out of the ocean.
I don't mind either of them.
Just drive everywhere. It's fun,
like
there's a lot less things that can kill you.
I hate the ocean. Scares me.
I wouldn't fucking swim out deep in the ocean. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't do it. But I don't mind fucking going in there, fucking around a little bit.
I was in Haiti, and we had to get an ice. These people wanted to get like these ice box and stuff over to Lato T, which is a little island. And
You
I
just
was like,
float it
yeah,
over there.
I can get it over there. Like, let's go. And so this guy's like, I got a boat. We can get it over there. So I was like, all right, no problem. We get it over there. It was like sticks tied up, man. And like, it's not like it's a little like I'm sure someone could swim it if they wanted to, but it isn't like a little swim. And then waves were hitting this, and I'm like, we're gonna die. Like, we're gonna freaking die. When we got over there, I paid money to get in a real boat and go back.
Yeah.
So that was
Holy
a
shit.
terrible mistake.
WG
Holy crap. On top of that
WG.
story, Warren
I know.
Smith.
I see you, Warren.
Warren
WG says
Smith.
more people, boats, planes go missing in the Great Lakes than the Bermuda Triangle. Mike.
Sounds fake.
Telling
as
There you
fuck.
go, Mike.
Sounds fake as fuck. Sounds like a
No, it's true,
conspiracy to
man. I'm
me.
telling you, check it out.
Making up fucking excuses. Yeah.
Look
There's a
at
lot of
Warren.
wrecks.
Just stick to the fucking
True.
lakes then too, okay?
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Look at
I love it.
Warren. And you know Cobra Cast crew, you guys know Snake Pit.
199.
What is his nickname? It's Warren's G's. Always dropping bombs. So
Let's
throwing
go.
money while I can to people who don't hate their customers. End of financial year has me busy with my new business accounting and stock take that I started after the cancer crap. Yes, Warren was in the hospital for several years. Finally over it and has been living the fuck out of his life. And so shout out to Warren. We appreciate him, and hail to Geeks and Gamers to 199. We'll miss a lot of the live streams at the moment. You guys rock. Absolutely. So last night when I ended Cobra Cast, I was on like the ending, like the stream is ending, and Warren pops in. He goes, I got to catch up. So I pop back in. I'm like, there's my boy Warren. So shout out to you, buddy. Yes. Spent extensive time in the hospital with cancer. Kicked cancer's ass, and now he's back with all of us here representing. So shout out to you,
Hell
Warren.
yeah. Thank you, Warren.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, and then we got my nerdy home, Steph. Hi, Steph.
Hi, we're also live on local, so come and join me over there.
Go see
chat with me.
something offensive Jay Schwalbach will say in the after his super chat over there. He always does it. Schwalbach. But yeah, and honestly, just kind of capitalize or following back up on the conversation, like the whole ocean thing, like this whole the Titanic sub situation, and like that's kind of pulled me back down a rabbit hole of like my YouTube algorithm is now sending me all type of shit about that. And yeah, the ocean is terrifying. It's so terrifying, man. When you see like the fact that we've only, I think it's like 5% of the ocean is all we've ever really explored, which is insanity. You know, it's
Ripple. You got any hot takes on the ocean?
Nah, man. I mean, I've obviously lived right off the fucking Gulf, but I don't fuck with the ocean.
Smart as fuck, man. This guy,
I mean, I could swim like a fucking dolphin, but that ain't what I'm worried about. I'm worried about like fucking with my luck, I'll get stung by a fucking random animal that I ain't never stung anybody in like
it's
fucking
parasites
20 years.
that are worse than anything, man.
So
that's a good one right there. Jeremy's only explored 5% of his claws. That's pretty damn good, right?
Probably less. Probably less. The thing is, when it comes to shit like that, people really. The problem is they overestimate their abilities and they underestimate the effect that a riptide can have and what it actually does and how to fight against it. And if you're unaware of that, when you're going, it doesn't matter if you're at a Great Lake or if you're in the ocean, it can fucking kill you. Like it really can. It's dangerous.
Great Lakes will fuck you up really bad.
Yep.
So don't mess around with them either. Just stay out there and don't be getting like. There's no reason.
Stop! Don't mess with them. Just fucking don't be retarded and know what's going on.
Listen,
like know the status of.
There's no reason to get in any metal fucking tubes. Go look at a rusty boat. Just stay out of the fucking ocean. Okay.
Well,
go look at pictures of it. Go watch the goddamn movie. Okay.
You got to do it. You got to do it right, though. I mean, look, like Jeremy said, I went down the rabbit hole too, so I ended up watching Cameron's documentary of him going down to Challenger Deep. And I was like, look at this submersible that he used compared to that. I mean, I understand that's 3 times deeper, so it has to be that sophisticated. And obviously, it's only carrying one person. But there's a reason why most submersibles they have a size limitation. Most of them carry 3 people for that reason, because you can't make a titanium sphere that much bigger or else it gets too heavy. So they tried to do something different, and this is what happens. Unfortunately, how many times throughout history do we hear of some dude like, I'm just going to put wings on my back and jump off the Eiffel Tower and I'm going to see if I can fly? Like, that's how it works.
Well, in this case, that person flew like several times.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Yeah, and then it didn't work.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's how it is too.
Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. It's a crazy story, and
But would you rather go to space or like the deep ocean?
I'd rather go to space.
Fuck.
I don't even want to go to another fucking country. I don't give a fuck.
Neither.
Come on.
Where would
Well
I
said.
rather go? God, I don't even know how to answer that question, to be honest. Because I'm not interested in either. Like in
Especially
terms of
especially not like a dog shit country. At least if you got to go to space, you don't have to get your fucking, you don't have to get a bunch of vaccines because you catch a bunch of shit. And you're one of these third
only
world
Ryan,
shitholes.
only Ryan takes a question of would you rather go to the deep sea or space turns into a fuck these shithole countries conversation.
I'm just saying.
I think I'll pass on both, to be honest. I'm good.
If I was going, let's see. Kevin says, "Will Jeremy actually read super chats?" No, I only read regular comments. But I guess the deep sea. If I was going to go to one or the other, I would probably go to the deep sea.
No, fuck that. Just shoot me off into space. Let my
I'd
head
probably
explode.
go to the deep sea.
Well, where are you going though? Like, I guess that would be the thing. Are you going into space?
I'm
like,
going with
3
James fucking
orbits and then
Cameron. Wherever,
re-entry or
I'll just
whatever,
go
like-
with James Cameron and I'll be okay. And by the way, I've seen so many people going, "Why are they talking to James Cameron?" He's just motherfucker's literally.
He's legit.
Literally,
Like, he
he's
did it.
literally the expert on this topic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. He went 35,000 feet below surface. The deepest solo dive in human history.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So
he's
52
kinda
years
the
after the
expert.
first guys did it. Like nobody did it for 52 years. We went to the moon more times than we did that.
Maybe
So, I mean, it's no
Wait,
joke.
well, if it was solo though, maybe he would just, hey guys, I did it. Trust me.
yeah, that's true.
Solo dive.
I'm gonna make so much money on
Hey,
this
listen,
movie.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I watched this documentary, I'm like, did this motherfucker really do this? Like, did this motherfucker really do this? It's crazy how calm he was. 35,000 feet.
Mhm.
It's crazy. So I don't know.
I would have been pissing my pants and crying.
That's why it
and
took so
shit.
long for
Oh,
Avatar
what
2 to
the
come
fuck
out.
is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was doing
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, I heard that. But anyway, we got things to talk about. We got some super chats to read. So let's read a few of those before we get started. Thank you guys. We got 2,500 people here already. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. Got Marcus Henry for 50.
50.
Ripa, that Crook's cell phone we probably the craziest cell phone of all time. It's like Jeremy always says, those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. So is this the Mark Brooks situation? Is that what he's talking about?
That's for sure what he's
So
talking about.
tell us a little bit about this. I don't know. I saw a little bit of the back and forth on Twitter.
Oh my god!
I don't know
do
what
start
happened.
with this dickhead. So he's obviously started. He first started hating on me when obviously the Riververse launched. And he started shitting on my artist and all that. Then he blocked me, and then he pops back up. Which I again don't know why he did that, but he popped back up. And we obviously announced our fan art contest. It's our second one. We have crazy good rewards, cash rewards for all the winners 1 through 4. They get everything that's in the ISOM 2 store, and we offer a commission of that can be worth up to $23,000 for the grand prize winner. And he commented on it and he says, "Yeah, man, nobody should do this. No artist should participate in this." It's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is? And for those that don't know who this idiot is, he's a Marvel basically pinup artist. He does a lot of cover work for Marvel, DC, all that good stuff. Ironically, I think he actually did a cover on that, if I'm not mistaken, that Keanu project. Maybe that's why he's fucking mad. But either way, he
That's why he's mad.
he went on some tangent there, and long story short, come to find out, he actually hosted his own fan art contest 17 years ago, and he never gave the winner the reward. And the only way we found out about that is the winner's a small world. The winner happens to follow me, and he brought that up. So all the stuff that he was talking about screwing over artists and all that fan art contest, come to find out he's the one that's been doing that. He had 17 years to give this guy his stuff. He never did that. And it only got uncovered because it's decided to inject himself into this whole situation. So very, very stupid of him.
And then Jay, thank you, Tom Barry Masta. Jay, so what you got mentioned?
Well, so when I launched Achromatic Chronicles and Gina Carano retweeted the campaign, it kind of brought a lot of attention over. And he was someone that commented basically saying the artwork sucks and the story's probably stolen and something along the lines like if this is competing against Marvel, this is a laughing stock. And then I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just a regular, like internet Twitter person that I don't care about. So I kind of like left it alone until someone that works for Rip, I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but he sent me a DM saying, "Oh, that guy's an artist for Marvel and DC." So then I went back and I was blocked. And then I asked them, I was like, "Can you give me a screenshot or something?" They couldn't find it. So either he deleted it or whatever. And I was like, all right, well, I'm blocked, whatever. And so I didn't think anything of it. But then when he started fighting with Rippa, I was like, I'm not blocked from this dude anymore. So it's like either he got bored and wanted to see like how we all were doing with our projects. I guess he unblocked us. Rippa said it best on Twitter. He said he's addicted to seeing what is going on. And so the first thing he did was Rippa announced that the artist contest, and he commented, he's like, artists shouldn't do this, because basically he was accusing Rippa of gonna steal everyone's art and make a fortune off of it, and then the artists never get paid. And it's like, if you can clearly read, that's not exactly what's going on here.
Yeah,
and so then he calls Marvel like crappy, and Rippa's like, "So are you still gonna work for a crappy company?"
Yeah, like you're talking. Well, the reason why I brought that up, because the one thing I didn't mention was last year Marvel had a fan art contest through the Doctor Strange shit.
Yeah,
he didn't say jack shit about it. No, and he has obviously more control with that than he does with my company, because I'll never hire his ass. He's never worked for my company. You have pull with that company, and if you claim that fan art contests are so abusive and all this other stuff. And by the way, some of the greatest artists of our generation were found through, by the way, Marvel, like their old fan art contest. But I guess I could understand if it was presented as if we were like taking the fan art material and like repurposing it or reselling it, but we don't do that. Like we don't, and we've already had a fan art contest last year and everything went good. Steven Sanchez won. Big shout out to him. He already got his $1,000 commission long ago, and we're sitting on it until we finally end up releasing it. So again, it was just projection. He's accusing people of what he himself does and has done, and that screw over artist that participated in a fan art contest that he had. It was like some color work, I think that it was, and he never gave up on it or actually honored the rewards. But yeah, these pieces of shit, man, at work. And like, by the way, he's not. I remember that shit with you, Jay, and how disrespectful he was. Like, I don't know who Mark thinks he is, but he doesn't have a draw like that. Like, he's not like he's not Alex Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not some guy that has a pull. Like, he doesn't even do interiors. He just does pinup work for Marvel. And I know he's not getting paid like that either. So it's just such a bizarre thing that he holds himself to such a standard that he starts shitting on other people that are trying to do things creatively.
So, I think he was at Dallas Fan Expo real quick. I think he was at Dallas Fan Expo. I walked by his booth when me and Carolyn, who's in the chat, were walking around.
Oh, he was? I didn't know that.
I think he was. Maybe she can correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I saw him there.
I would have.
It's tough to keep. It's tough to keep a lot of these SJW loser fucking.
Rippo would have pulled up on it.
Oh yeah. We would have had to for sure have a conversation.
I just want to add to this, because even though he was found out to be an idiot, like most of these people online are, the thing that really bothered me the most was he commented on someone saying that basically he called Rippa's a fraud for the charity.
Yeah, he did say that.
And I was like, or like a comment, he's pulling one fast you with the charity work, everyone. I took that personally because that's something that I'm doing as well. And then I commented, I said, do you care to explain? And I was just being like, whatever. And he goes, I really don't want to explain it right now because I don't want to deal with drama. And so then he was done with me. But the fact that these people are so angry that we want to do something cool to help others, dear God, well, like, so sorry. And it's like me and Ripper have done the same thing. Like the books that people are buying from me, the same thing is like cost, and we're just gonna, I'm gonna use my money to get them there and all that stuff. And I just thought it was a cool thing to do to help. Basically the organization Comic Book for Kids is an awesome organization, not only in the U.S. but they also do some things in the UK, and they also do comic books for people that are serving in the military. There's people in our military that like good comic books and stuff, and they're serving overseas and they can't get them, so they box them all up and ship them out to different things. I think that's kind of an awesome thing to do. But the Comic Book for Kids is just getting fun stuff for kids to read while they're in critical care. Some of these kids are never going to leave the hospital, so it isn't like they're going to be strolling the Comic-Cons to pick up comic books they want to read, and it's like, this is just a simple way. If nobody, Rippo or myself, none of us were like, we need you to do this. It was like, hey, here's an option. You want to do it? Cool. If not, no big deal. And me and Rippa both, we're gonna. I know he mentioned it on his live stream. I was gonna do it at the end of July when I get my stuff out there, but we're making it. He made a contribution to it as well.
Yeah, like, and I'm not even gonna say the number, but I bet nobody at Marvel's gonna match it. Let's just say that I'm not. If they want to be public about what it is, like my contribution to them, and this was before I had even launched this. They can tell people that if that's something that they want to do, because that's ultimately what it is about. And you're right, Jay. Like, you can get ISOM, you can donate ISOM 1 and ISOM 2 for $25. I'm losing money on that. Make no mistake. I'm actively losing money on that transaction, and that's cool because this is for a great cause. You know what I mean? And for people to have such an issue with that is so bizarre, especially considering these guys don't do anything in that realm. I know nobody really does it to the level of what Jay has done it. And for people to have or try to take issue with that, these are bitter, miserable fucking people. Like, again, it seems to be, at least for me, the most mild things that I do gets the pushback from these weirdos. And I think, again, that speaks more to who it is, the type of people that these guys are.
Yeah, and so that was the same, and people that have watched my live streams know that if there's any extra left over from the donated books, because I was able to get the books cheaper or something, we're just gonna roll that over and cut Comic Book for Kids a check. So we're gonna do things that way because, of course, that's a charity. But the fact that they get so mad that you want to help others, and I'm getting like the stuff that I was getting when I was doing the charity was, oh man, you're gonna turn all those kids into Trump supporters with that book. I was like, you haven't even read the book yet. My God, man, they already think like, if that's what's gonna happen. So I don't know, maybe that's not a bad thing for this country. But all I'm saying is, I just can't understand that they get so mad to the point that they want to, call Rippa a carn artist for a charity. And they go after him and they make up all kinds of things, especially that bald-haired woman that's showing up lately that lives in a homeless shelter. She's just the delusional stuff that she says on Twitter are like unbelievable. And the fact that they can't even rub two pennies together to help somebody in need just shows you like that's why they're mad and angry. So, I'm so glad. What did you reach? 1,000 books?
Yeah, that's significant, man. And Mark's constantly texting us from Comic Books for Kids, constantly like, this is amazing. Thank you guys so much. And
not Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks ain't texting you.
No. Yeah, no, not him. But they're very appreciative of it. And this is something that, again, it gets our community involved in something. Because, for example, with us, there may be individuals who, there's two types. You got people that have already got what they wanted from the campaign store, yet they still want to contribute. This is a way for them to do that. But also people that may, support the cause, and they might not be readers themselves. This is an option for them. And like, I'm selling them for, definitely if you bundle them, it's almost for nothing. Because again, we're not making money from the exchange. It's to even spend it. And by the way, and this, Jay, Comic Books for Kids has worked with plenty of other people in the industry, and it's okay when they do it, right? It's perfectly fine when they do it, but all of a sudden when the guys that they despise try to do something positive, they get so angry and so irate. It's such a bizarre
They
thing.
get mad when you're not the person that they claim you are, when you're not the terrible human being that they have tried to say that you are, and you actually prove them wrong. They get really angry. And a lot of this is similar to pretty much everything, whether it's legacy media, legacy comics, legacy movies, legacy entertainment. They really, like, the world has changed. The internet has changed things. It just has. And it's opened up opportunities for independent creators to, you know, bring something to the market that the legacy companies aren't. And they're really upset. Same reason they're upset with Ripa's, the same reason they're upset with, you know, a Tim Pool, because Tim Pool gets more views than fucking mainstream media at this point in time. So they hate Tim Pool, you know, same reason they're, you know, the whole thing with, you know, XQC signing $100 million contract with Kick, which is still stupid as fuck, in the best way possible. But that's showing you, like, Hollywood, the celebrities, they're a dying breed. They're not really relevant anymore. Random people in their bedrooms on the internet are the relevant people, because they are talking to people like they're normal people, not talking down to them, not preaching to them, not telling them how they're horrible people. Some of the independent creators are, but the point is there's independent creators out there that are talking to their audience, and that audience has an opportunity to respond to them. That's what's happening with Ripaverse right now. Eric and his team are listening to their customers. They're taking the feedback into account. There's good customer service, and that's all people are really looking for. A good product, good customer service. It ain't that complicated. And the legacy people are really angry at that, because they don't have what it takes to create something from the ground up. They need some infrastructure that's already been created. They need all that protection, and, you know, and of course they could never work for a bigot like Eric July. So they're kind of screwed if he becomes successful. You know?
Oh, well, I think that's part of it, man. I mean, look, all of this, even to obviously what Jay's doing and a lot of people in the independent space, like, it's upending like the traditional structure. And for a lot of people that are so protective of the status quo, they find that to be a threat. You know, I personally, well, it's not even a personal thing. It's just the facts of the matter. It's basic economics that none of this is a fixed pie, right? So if anybody has a thing that they want to do, and they have a little bit of talent, they can be personable, people can get out there and support them, then they can see a lot of success. And, you know, with us doing it and not having, you know, you bring up a great point, like, we're not the people that they like to think that we are. And more importantly, the audience and the customer see that, and they can't, like, manufacture something. They can't control like the individual narrative, and often attempt to derail people's you know, efforts. You know, like, for us, this is why it was so important for this company to be able to, you know, we distribute our own books, we do it on our own site, because for you guys that have seen, even though this is the most mild thing that I've done, I've had some of the most craziest things that have been claimed, certainly about myself and my efforts. And, you know, Jay, someone who is as positive as he is, got the same thing, oddly enough, from the same fucking individuals that were doing it to me, did it to him when he's, you know, doing his all ages book. And again, he's the best of all of us here, and they still despise him. And that's the one part about being an independent creative that I think people, they need to understand, because a lot of folks aren't built for that. You are going to actively have weirdos, and I hate to be dark, but it's the honest truth, that are going to try to ruin your life for no real reason other than you are alternative to what they deem as the status quo, and they can't have that. So they're going to work overtime to try to ruin everything it is that you have. And Jay, I think, showed everybody that, because they went after him. And again, he's the best of nobody does what charitable work and you know, philanthropic work, like, to the degree that what he's done, nobody matches, and they still hate him. You know what I mean? So you got to be prepared for that. And it can get a lot of folks I get emails and folks like, man, how do you deal with this and all that? Like, you got to be prepared. You got to have tough skin, because these folks gonna work overtime. Doesn't matter how good of a person you are, to just hate you for no reason at all.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to. Are you gonna read some super chats?
Well, I just wanted to, since this one was
'cause
specific
I
on
want to take
point.
this a step further, if you guys don't
Okay.
mind.
Yeah. Let me do this. So, Eric, like you said earlier, nobody is stopping them from succeeding in comics. These people hate you because they hate themselves, and want all your haters look like they have diabetes. Yeah. No.
Mark Brooks, he's got. Like, I can't even say like double chin. It's like one weird ass chin that he has. And yeah, but that's very true. I don't know why they look like that.
Go ahead.
All right, just give me a minute and I'll let y'all discuss. This came out. Shout out to Bounding into Comics, but I went to the source here. This is why these people are mad, okay? This is Star Wars The High Republic. I'm not going to go through the whole article. We talked a little bit today on this live stream, and these are the creative characters in Star Wars The High Republic. You got a Rock, which is a pilot. If you did not know, this is Geode. He's a Star Wars character. He's a co-pilot. They advertise this Matthew McConaughey-looking person as an asexual. Buy our book because we got our first asexual and this chubby person over here. Now, here is the telling numbers. I don't know if you could see this too well, but as you could see, the book started off selling 120,000 copies, the first one. If you scroll down, you could see it's dropping off 50%, 20% to the point that the last one that they got out only sold 13,000 copies. 13,000 copies. But with the Star Wars brand behind them, pushing this, marketing them, they were only able to sell 13,000. It gets worse because in the next phase, which is phase 2, The Quest of the Jedi, the lowest selling book right here didn't even sell 3,000 copies.
Jesus.
They couldn't even sell 3,000 copies with Star Wars YouTube behind them, marketing behind them, StarWars.com, their Twitter account, their social medias. They got to this point now where they can't even sell. Like, my book almost beat them. like beat this book right here. Star Wars The High Republic, Quest for Planet X. So it's at 3,000 copies. This is like ridiculous. Like, you can see how it goes from 20,000 to 8,000. Then they got the young adult novels, 11,000, 5,000, 3,000. And it just shows like why these people are mad, because nobody wants to buy this crap anymore because they don't have any creativity and there's no stories like that they have to tell. They're using a rock as part of their storytelling. But to me, like, looking at these numbers, and you look at some of the EU books in the past, and this article here talks a little bit about Timothy Zahn's original book that sold 20 million copies and counting. It's tough because that was an amazing classic to compare like what they're doing here in the High Republic. But these numbers are quite telling. When it starts with 120,000 and drops to 60, 35,000, 13,000, and it's just the bar graph is moving in the wrong direction. So,
Ryan, what is that like? You're an EU guy, so like seeing how far these novels have fallen and how far Star Wars is fallen, like how significant is that to you? With the passion from the EU, because we know how passionate. It's not like the EU fan base was like. It's not like it was the biggest fan base in the world, but it was a passionate fan base, and it was large in numbers.
And you had whenever they came out with these Star Wars books, whenever they came out with these adult Star Wars novels, virtually all of them were hitting bestsellers lists, and that was back when the bestsellers list meant something, when people were still buying books. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you buy enough of your own books, I suppose you can find your way up to the bestsellers list. We've heard scams and schemes like that before, but it's really pathetic how far it's fallen. What's really funny is that, man, we heard so many times the High Republic had been canceled. You know, that, they're not doing it anymore. Kathleen Kennedy's pet project, that's just been canceled. And they still come out with all this phase 2 stuff. So everything continues to be in operation despite how it's failing. And it's going across to comic books as well. And they're continuing to involve High Republic in video games, like in Jedi Survivor. And also, obviously, the upcoming Acolyte series. So it's not going anywhere, even though it's failed so miserably. But this is one of the reasons why they didn't want an alternate timeline continuing to exist, why they didn't want the EU to continue even outside of the mainline continuity, because they knew if there was any sort of competition out there, they were probably going to get fucking destroyed. I think it's one of the biggest reasons that they got rid of it.
I want to show you one more thing, and then I'm done on this topic. But just to show you how pathetic what's happening, this is the author of Disney's Galaxy's Edge novels, and this author didn't have a single signing or sale at the Dragon Con. And this is a picture of her looking at everybody else as far as like creativity and books and why the mainstream is just failing. So according to this article, not a single signing right or What's that?
She got a mask on.
She's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's,
It tells you everything.
Yes.
How did they know she didn't have a single? Did they stand there
I
the
mean,
entire Dragon
there's-
Con?
you have to buy. You
Yeah.
have to buy tickets.
Yeah, I mean that's a standard. I mean, like it is kind of sad where there's not really of our generation, like in comics as well as in in the novel space. There's not a whole lot of like people like the J.K. Rowling's. Like you're not seeing those people be created anymore in any sort of American book genre. But definitely in like the comic and graphic novel space. And these people are finding like really quickly that they're not the draw. It's funny. We talked about Mark Brooks and shit. You know what I mean? These guys don't be having motherfuckers coming up to their, like they'll pay to go to a con, however that expensive ass table is, because that's the only place they can make money. And they don't have a draw like that at all. I think a lot of people, I did a video today talking about this. A lot of people in the book industry, publications, they've tricked themselves into believing that they're a lot more popular and a lot more, I guess social media did that maybe, but tricked themselves into believing that they have way more of a draw than they actually have. People aren't actually interested in this shit, man. And that's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the mask thing was brought up. So I feel I have to bring this up. I don't know how many people saw this yesterday.
Taylor,
but Taylor Lorenz. Oh my God.
this is glorious.
The fact that the TSA at JFK is forcing all passengers to remove their masks before they even step to a security desk, where they check your boarding pass, is so dangerous. I can't believe they are doing stuff like this in 2023. And then she responds to someone or no idea. It's so insane. I tried to hold my breath, but I had to breathe a couple of times.
Try harder next time, please.
Yeah, Taylor
What?
Lorenz is so full of shit.
Bro, that is... Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
I can't believe people are still playing with this damn charade, man. That's amazing.
I can't stand that woman.
Oh, she's awful. I mean, and it's sometimes
But
I
she's
wonder.
67 years old. She's gonna die soon. So.
Yeah. Well, I remember, and I don't have the pictures, but like she was at a convention or some. She was at some place.
It was. I think it was VidCon. I think it was like
it
last year's, and she didn't have
and
anybody.
wasn't
Yeah, it was.
nobody.
Remember, because we had just did some. I can't remember if it
Yeah.
was Missouri or if it was Dallas.
Dallas. I think it was
Expo.
Dallas. I think it was Dallas.
Yeah, we
I
had
think
just did it. So yeah, it was.
Yeah, so it would
around-
have been the same time. Same
yeah,
time.
it was,
Yeah.
yeah. It was the
Mhm.
same. I think it was the same. It was the same con, and nobody
Yep.
showed up.
Unbelievable cringe. 3,000 people here on YouTube. Thank you. We also are live on Geeks and Gamers Rumble. Got a great crowd over there. We're on Odyssey. And for the first time on Tuesday Night's Main Event, we have Kick going. So we have the Geeks and Gamers Kick that we are streaming over there as well. And we have people in every chat having conversations. So shout out to all of you. Thank you guys for being here.
Shout out.
We really appreciate it. And there will be gaming tonight as well. So stay tuned for that. All right, Ryan, let's catch up on some soups. Let's see where I have the document up too. So let me
Yeah, did you get that
see.
first 50?
I got the first one, Marcus Henry. I got Marcus Henry's and I got Tom Berry Mastas.
If you don't mind, real quick, sorry, just over on Kick, Osmora and Pretty Cool Guy gifted subs over here on Kick.
Nice.
So shout out.
Nice. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all. We're over 100 subs over there already. Good job, Beardo.
Thunderstrike for 50.
50.
Hale, I work as a program manager for the Air Force, and I currently support the U2. I recently received my yearly appraisal bonus, so I decided to order ISOM 1 and 2 and give Eric July back some of his tax dollars.
Appreciate that, man.
that.
Appreciate that.
I'm sure he doesn't like having to pay taxes on those tax dollars that he got back, though.
Yeah, that I. Boy, if y'all knew how much fucking they thought I owed. I'm not even gonna throw the number out there. It was shit. People shit themselves, man. Like
I don't know, man.
They thought I owed last year. Holy,
I can guess.
But becoming a
you
business
need that
owner.
PayPal money to be released.
Yeah, badly.
Becoming a business owner, I need Ripper to send me a taxation is theft hat, man. Holy
it
fuck,
sucks, don't
man.
it? I think that's when people stop being fucking socialists, right? Because they see that tax bill and they're like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
Yeah.
The first time that they're actually off,
is gone.
Yeah, the first time they're off their parents' insurance, where they're out there and they actually make some money for themselves for once in their lives, and it's oh shit.
Yeah. Rolo's a big fan of taxes, though. So
I hate him. I hate him.
Jonathan Chesser for 50. Hey, everyone.
50.
Hey, everyone. I just wanted to thank you for all your amazing content and great entertainment. You're all awesome. And Jay, thanks so much for playing that song I sent you on your Saturday stream. That was really cool of you to do.
Yeah, it was. Everybody
Jay,
loved it, man.
We got to play that.
They want you to unlist it. So if you, it's up to you. If you unlist it, throw it out on Twitter or any other social media, or just email me and tell me it's unlisted. I want to throw it out there for everyone to watch because they really liked it. Even Rippa's in that video. It's pretty
so
funny.
good. It's so good. We can play it at the end of the night if he unlists it. We'll play it tonight at the end if he's okay with that. But yeah, that's really good. Jay sent it to me. I'm like, oh my God, this is so damn good.
There's a line in the song where they're like, when Rippa found out somebody died, and they have a scene of Rippa going, "What?" It's so funny.
That was pretty good.
It's like right near the end. Or Sean Connery is like, when Rippa found out Sean Connery died. Oh, so
What?
Tom Berry Master for 50, helping support the show. Thank you, Tom Berry Master.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
Tom
it.
Berry. Appreciate you.
Bruce for $10. Rippaverse isn't slowing down. Between all my orders and 18 books donated, I'm 15 hundo into this campaign.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Crazy
Bruce,
son of a
been
bitch.
out crazy, man.
Wow.
Much love, man.
I am seeking the way for 20. Tomorrow's my birthday. Passing on some birthday money to you guys. Thanks for all you do. Hey, happy birthday. I am seeking the way.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Valkyria winner for 10. Hail to you all and the 199. Seeing you all today is grand as my father's in the hospital with heart issues. I hope you all make me laugh, and one does need that today. Continue to make us laugh. Skol to you all.
Skol.
Hey, thoughts and prayers to your father there in the hospital, Valkyria. But thank you for the support.
Yep, and hopefully we can make you laugh. If we get that Jay video, I guarantee you. Oh, he just said the song is unlisted. Okay, we will play that here in a little while, so you guys have to stay tuned for that. It may even make Ryan laugh. Okay, it may even make Ryan laugh.
He's in it too.
I feel like it's a Tuesday Night's Main Event kind of meme. Like you kind of focus it on Tuesday Night's Main Event stuff, and Jay is the centerpiece of it for sure.
Nice.
Chris
Chris
never gets talked
Benoit.
about, though. He never gets talked about. Jay doesn't. Oh, here we go.
I never say that stuff.
Chris Benoit for $10.
Oh no,
I'm out.
Hi, Mr. July. My son is a big fan of comics and just loves Wolverine. Would you be able to make a crossover comic with Isom and him? I really need to make it up to the kid for the last bedtime.
I ain't gonna lie. I saw that one come in, and I didn't see it was Chris Benoit, and I almost highlighted it so I could have Rippa address it because I was like, "Oh, this is Rippaverse stuff. We can talk about how, hey, if we keep supporting Rippaverse, maybe one day he could buy Marvel." But I didn't see the name, and I'm so glad I didn't highlight it because I was 100% like just gonna highlight.
Shit, man.
Dude, one of these weeks we're gonna have a guest on here, and it's just gonna be like the questions are gonna come up. They're gonna see it in the chat, and they're just gonna read it, and like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Listen," and going to a big.
It's been a while. I titled some article on Geeks and Gamers Chris Benoit. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't remember how that happened.
So it was a pitcher through a perfect game. His name was like Chris something. And I don't know why something took over, a demon took over my body and made me title it Chris Benoit for his perfect game for the Orioles. And people were like, huh, that's a little weird.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't know he was back.
Well, that's like the day during daily. What was it? I brought up Deliverance. But yeah. So what was the topic we were talking about?
I was just reading a super chat and
okay.
Jeremy probably wasn't listening. So he was like, Deliverance?
Well, Gung Ho Mac had said something about Deliverance in the chat, but I didn't recognize that.
No. Hold on. The chat was, "Hey, Jeremy, I want to move to Florida. Is there a decent place where I could live? Or do you recommend?" And you went, "Deliverance?" And Ryan's like, what? I thought you didn't understand me. Like I thought I cut out.
And then I was like, why the fuck did I say Deliverance?
Yeah, I think you caught
and I
yourself.
had to go back, and I'm like, did somebody say Deliverance in the chat for me to think Deliverance? Because literally not on my radar at all. There's no reason for me to say that.
Destin, Florida. I don't know.
Well, speaking of Chris Benoit, so did you hear? No, I mean on these disasters today, did you hear about Jimmy Johnson's mother-in-law?
Like
his in-laws. It was a murder-suicide.
Yeah, like
the
what the hell is
former
going
Dallas
on?
Cowboys head coach?
No, Jimmy Johnson, the NASCAR
driver. Okay, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Johnson,
his
NASCAR.
mother-in-law shot herself and killed her husband, her grandson that was only 11 years old, and then killed herself.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw that.
What the fuck?
I think Jimmy Johnson's in-laws. Well, I guess he could be married to some young chick, but
yeah. I mean, he looks like the type. So I gotta look that up. I mean,
Rich.
Jimmy Johnson. That's crazy.
I'll post it in the private chat.
I got
Some-
it. I'll go.
Rich.
yeah, some Norwegian guy for 119 krones. Ryan, would you rather date Brie Larson or Phoebe Waller-Bridge? I'd rather date Brie Larson, of course. This is not even a question.
No.
And she's a big fan of Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing has been growing on me lately. So just like everything.
Wait,
Nintendo,
what?
Yeah, I'm a big Animal Crossing fan now. Didn't I
Since
tell you?
when?
Look at the entire panel looking at Ryan. Like,
I just threw that out there to see what you guys.
Well, no, like that. I'm very confused when you said that one. That was a demon taking over your body.
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
I believe it. Ryan's a big Animal Crossings guy.
You know what?
No
we
issues
haven't
with
done
that.
it in a while. We haven't done it in a
I've
while.
heard some of the songs that Ryan has like sung to himself before, so I believe this Animal Crossing revelation actually.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
It's probably gonna get claimed. But I got a Nissan because of Brie Larson, so yeah, I'd probably rather date her.
That's right.
Ryan,
the other day, these kids were walking down the street. They saw my car. They were like, "Is that a Shelby?" You know, so they're all looking at it, and they're like, "Oh my god!" They're looking, and all of a sudden, Ryan goes, "That's my Nissan right there."
they're like drooling over Jeremy's car. Jeremy was like, "Yeah, man, you want to hear it? I'll crank it up for you, pretty loud." Blah blah. He's doing all this shit, and I'm like, "That's my Ultima right there." Like,
and they just were like, "Yeah." Anyway, so.
Yeah, they thought I was real serious. It was good. Optimus Monkey for 2. Hi, Krista, Drunk 3PO, and Cobra Commander.
Hello, that's Optimus Monkey?
That's my boy, girl, or whoever you are.
During
That's my monkey.
During Fortnite, Jay's like, "Are you Optimus Monkey?" talking to Tom. Shout out to Tom for the memes. So
yeah, shout out.
Always exciting when I get tagged and I see Tom's name.
Whenever I see Tom tag me,
I'm like,
on Twitter,
oh,
I said, what
fucking
the
great.
fuck
I'm
is
turn off
this?
Twitter for the rest of the day.
He gets everybody.
He does.
He does.
The fucking meme they showed of me, that stupid rainbow thing, was Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Top dog for 5. Someone should make a meme of Randy Orton doing the RKO out of nowhere on Joe Biden. What, like every time he randomly falls?
Sure, that's been done. I'm sure
Has
that's
to
been
be.
done.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ryan Soile. I don't know how to say that, but thank you for $25. Just wanted to share. My son is a St. Jude patient. We finally got his iron levels low enough for a bone marrow transplant. Thank y'all for helping me out these past 2 years. Holy cow. Hail 199. Also, Jay, where's the indie fedora?
Put it on.
Oh, here it is.
Well,
Put
first
it
of all,
on.
big shout out. That's
Yeah.
I can't imagine going through anything like that.
Yeah.
So glad your boys doing better.
Jay, did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
Proud of you, Jay.
Desperately need one.
Yeah,
I need to
good
get
job,
one
man.
too.
Got one like 2 weeks ago, Beardo.
My hair grows fast.
What the fuck?
Jay is Pena for
I guess-
199.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised, Jeremy?
What?
Jay is Pena for 199. Well,
Mr.
James
like 3
Fools-
showers a day, of course.
I'm quiet, Ryan.
Yeah, well, James Fool's Gold still have a career after Indy 5. Well, he's still got a Star Wars movie coming out. I don't think that James Mangold is going to be really harmed by this thing flopping. To be honest with you, I think he's got a lot of respect as a filmmaker. He's done a lot of good things. So I don't think that his reputation is going to be severely damaged.
No, not at all. He made Ford versus Ferrari, man. That's good in my book for at least another 10 years. So that's one of the best movies I've seen in the last 5-10 years anyway. I love that movie so much. So, I mean, he's a good filmmaker. Going and getting intertwined in Disney Star Wars, I think everybody understands the problems there. There's people that are like, I mean, Rian Johnson, I guess he has kind of moved on from the Disney Star Wars kind of aura. J.J. Abrams, it's weird, man. He's done nothing.
No,
Right? Am I right about that? He's done nothing since Rise of Skywalker, right?
I feel like I saw something like a
He
couple months
produces a
ago,
lot of
like,
stuff.
He was
that
doing
he's just
like
been
a
kind
show,
of like
right?
thrown. Yeah, but I feel like he's been kind of like thrown out of Hollywood. Like people are kind of like keeping him like he's in that like weird like we're not gonna call you right now stage. I feel like.
I thought he was producing a
I don't know.
show.
He produces a lot of stuff though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's because
he hasn't done a movie though in a
He
while.
produced Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2.
Okay.
He's producing Star Trek 4 whenever that fucking comes out, if it ever happens. Fuck him for touching Star Wars.
Never gonna happen.
But yeah, as far as directing and stuff, no, he's not doing it.
Yeah, he hasn't done that in a while.
Yeah, somebody
Writing,
in the chat reminded me James Mangold did 310 to Yuma with Bale.
James
and Russell
Mangold
Crowe,
has some
so-
bangers on his list.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
that's
love
what's
that.
going to be
Yuma's
good.
fucking awesome.
310 to
I
Yuma
love
is
that one.
really good. But so if this movie ends up coming out, and we're going to talk about the budget here in a little bit and how much money it's set to lose, but if this movie does end up coming out and being the disaster that we pretty much know it is, and not just from a creative standpoint, but from a financial standpoint, and it's someone like James Mangold who has done so many good films and respectable films, it just is another indictment of how bad things are at Lucasfilm, which is something that a few people on this panel have been saying for a few years. You know, it's almost like we know what the fuck we're talking about. So.
I think it's in great health. Can't wait for the Acolyte to come out. In fact, it'll be fun. Can't wait. Should we just talk about Indiana Jones now, since we haven't
Might
actually
as
talked
well.
about anything that's in the title yet? I don't think.
I mean, you know, we're coming more and more like Friday Night Tights every week, so might as well just, you know, be late and not talk about what's advertised.
That's true. I just gotta find my fucking.
All right, so-
here it is.
Again, just multiple. I was giving you fucking time. I thought you needed more time. Anyway,
Well,
fuck
I
Ryan,
just
go.
found. I
Go.
just found
All
it.
right. I was trying. I figured I was like, all right, Ryan needs a minute or two. So
I was
fuck me,
lost
all right?
in my tabs, in my sea of tabs. But anyway, since this show basically is just what we talked about this morning, but now it's nighttime with more people.
And we added the Superman story.
And we added the Breaking Superman story. Let's talk about this because there has been an update. Indiana Jones 5 is basically set for disaster. I think that's been known for quite some time. Ever since Lucasfilm announced they were doing another Indiana Jones movie, a lot of fans cringe because this is Disney Star Wars, this is Lucasfilm, and it's another legacy franchise and character that people care about that's probably set to be destroyed. And as we found out that it's one of the most expensive movies in history, over $300 million production budget, plus whatever the reshoots cost for this thing, likely $150 million marketing budget as well. It's something that needs to be in somewhere on the realm of $900 million just to break even. I don't think that's going to be a possibility, especially when you look at what the global box office debut is set to be. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny to whip up a $140 million global opening.
Oh,
Now, if you just say that number out there, that could fucking mean anything. To put it in perspective, that's about what The Flash had this past weekend. That's about what Black Adam had about 6 to 8 months ago. Those movies, well, Flash probably won't even hit $300 million.
Brad.
Black Adam didn't hit $400 million at the worldwide box office. You'd expect this to have maybe a little better legs. But holy shit, we're talking nightmare scenario for Disney and Lucasfilm if these projections hold true.
This is catastrophic. It is catastrophic. Mike, what do you think about all this? I know you're really excited for Indiana Jones and the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so fucking excited for this movie. I couldn't wait. I was like, wow, time travel. That's never been done before in a fucking movie. And it obviously is so innovative as a writing technique that nobody's ever had trouble with it or ruined a franchise for it. I don't know how they keep getting Harrison Ford to come back for this stuff. He obviously doesn't want to do it. He doesn't look happy in any of the marketing for it. He doesn't look happy in any of the interviews for it. And I don't know why they keep involving Phoebe Waller-Bridge in any projects at all. She's literally cancer for every project that she fucking touches. So I don't know. This is fucking stupid. I will say though, I was very, very appreciative because Jay posted a video talking about, hey, I kind of think this might be the plot for this movie. And that was confirmed by Chris Gore recently.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I am very, very thankful for that. So now when I go see the movie, I know I can just be on my phone the entire time. Because that'll be a better time for me and everyone else involved in the theater than watching this movie.
Oh, so stupid. So
stupid. I can't. I think Ryan just said it though best in terms of this is bad. Like this is this is nightmare scenario.
Here's
now.
The thing: like you do not have to be that good of a writer for a pre-established character like this. It's a fucking layup to just give him one last fucking adventure and parallel it to, the Last Crusade and make him, get to kind of do this last outing and stuff. It's not that fucking difficult to write a decent story around this character. The fact that what they've written and what's going to be released in theaters made it past the fucking first draft is amazing to me. I don't fucking understand how you ever write something like this and think it's okay or think it's even passable. Like this isn't passable as a shitty B movie, let alone as a movie being released like in the state that it is. It's fucking awful. And the fact that they did all these reshoots and couldn't fix the fucking movie says a lot about the state of where these people are and the state of their minds, that they can't stop and go, yeah, this is a bad idea. We really need to do something different with this. I don't get it. I don't understand why they think they can get away with this and why they would just go, yeah, just fucking release it. We're going to lose a shit ton of money on it. Like, they must just not like making money. That's what it is. They must hate making money.
This is
I write it off as loss.
When is this? This comes out tomorrow, right? Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So right now they're looking at a $60 to $65 million domestic opening, which if you're keeping track,
that's lower than Solo, right?
Probably. But if you're keeping track, way back in 2008, there was a movie that some like to call the fourth Indiana Jones movie. Some people like to pretend it never happened. That movie opened to $100 million domestic opening back in 2008 when ticket prices were $7 a pop. Yeah. If this movie falls off by that much, that is so embarrassing for them.
Sounds bad, Ryan.
Even if that movie, even if it had that tracking, right? Even if it opened, it made the exact same as Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, $786 million worldwide, it would still lose money for Disney. Yeah. But it doesn't look like it's going to come anywhere close to that.
I'm looking right now to see what.
I jumped in at the wrong pause, Ryan. Sorry.
It's okay. What are you going to say? You say it doesn't look good or something.
Yeah.
Big dubs, huh?
Sounds bad.
I watched Raiders today. I'm going to try to watch Temple of Doom at some point and Last Crusade before I go watch this fucking catastrophe. But holy shit, man. Watching Raiders, it was the first time I'd watched it in a while. That movie is so good.
Holds up.
The last two movies I've watched have been really good. Granted, one of them was from 1981, but the other one was Extraction 2. Extraction 2, so good. Everybody should go watch that if you haven't.
Yeah,
I've heard that it's really fucking good.
Yeah, the first one was really good. I'm trying to find the Solo. I think it's I see a bunch of numbers. I want domestic though. I want to make sure. Did it open at over 100 million domestically?
Solo.
Yeah. So. In the largest disturbance yet in Disney's otherwise lucrative reign over Star Wars, the Han Solo spinoff, A Star Wars Story, opened well below expectations with a franchise low of 83.3 million in ticket sales in the 3-day weekend in North American theaters. Mm-hmm. So, this is going to open worse. This is going to open worse than Solo. This is so bad. Who out there is defending this shit and saying that, oh yeah, all these angry YouTubers are just making this is a death blow to Disney, Star Wars, to Lucasfilm, to Disney. This is bad. This is really bad. This, to me, this would be the moment that shit hits the fan if it's ever happened, because this could be the biggest loss they have ever had under the Lucasfilm banner financially, and maybe in the last 5 years. Would this be the biggest flop period for Disney financial on the movie side? Would this be the biggest individual loss for a movie?
Potentially. It actually could be. Yeah. I don't know what it is right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you go back to something like, I know there was a lot of controversy, and we're going back a ways for me to bring this up, but I know like something like John Carter was a big loss. Now,
John Carter was a massive loss for them.
That was a massive loss.
I don't know if this one rivals that or not. It certainly could. And I don't think the reported budget is as much as it actually is. But yeah, we're looking at an all-time historic bomb for them. And I have seen some I've seen some people bashing them because some of the partnerships they're using to advertise this. Like, there's a partnership with Applebee's. Like, hey, if you spend this much, you can get a ticket or whatever. To be fair, those are the types of things they should be doing, because those are the people that are interested in this. Like, it's going to be an older audience. You're going to have fucking old fucks that walk up that didn't pre-buy tickets. So maybe it could overperform a little bit if I'm being like nice to it. Maybe, but I just don't think you're going to see that happen. I don't think they're not going to draw any type of younger audience with what they're doing, if that's what they were going for. And they've told their older audience to go fuck themselves. Yeah. So they're in a really bad spot when it comes to Indiana Jones.
$300 million for lesbians in space. So there you go. Real quick, I just saw this. Just a quick little thing for people that the few people that might be interested. We'll see if I can find it right here. Nintendo, for their Sega Genesis Online, just released 4 games. 2 stands out to me: Ghouls and Ghosts on the Genesis, and The Revenge of Shinobi, which I don't know if anybody remembers Ghouls and Ghosts, but that was correct. Now, I don't remember Crusader of Sinti. I don't remember that one. That was like a top-down game. But Ghouls and Ghosts, amazing. And of course, Revenge of Shinobi was fantastic. So
Ghouls and Gamers.
So there we go. So old school games, the best. And yes, Shinobi was awesome. I want to play Shinobi. So I really want to play some old school Contra, though. I don't think Beardo's ever played Contra, have you? Me and you co-op Contra. Fucking, it's going to be so crazy, because that game is insane. You remember Contra, don't you, Ripa? Did you play Contra? Bro, that's a man's game. All right, Mike, you talk about men's games. Contra is a man's game.
Man. Contra's hard as fuck.
It's a fucking man's game right there. Ryan, did you ever play Contra?
I don't know if I did or not.
Dude, Ryan,
I don't think I did.
Playing Contra would be internet gold. Just listening to Ryan's, because it is one hit, you're done. It's over. Like, Contra ain't
I probably wouldn't like
it. Isn't Contra up, down,
left,
right?
Yeah.
A-B,
yeah.
start.
Up, down, left, right, left, right.
Your God
A,
mode,
B, A, B,
so
start.
Matter.
So
no, just give you infinite lives. Yeah.
So yeah, but you still you still have infinite lives, but the Kanabi code. But yeah, Contra, goated, man. One of the games, and if you get the spread gun, woof. But yeah, we should play some old school games that are actually difficult. Today's games are just way too dumbed down and too simple. So Sonic Boom says Fortnite isn't a man's game. That's Mike's alt account. Right now.
I made sure to type that up really quickly. Yeah.
Sonic Boom was complimenting me the other day because I was talking about BattleBit Remastered, and a lot of the chat was roasting BattleBit because the graphics are not good.
Bro, everyone's playing that shit.
Yeah, BattleBit. As soon as I can get the controller situation figured out, because it doesn't have controller support yet. I know they're working on it. 3 guys made this game. By the way, that's another point to this whole situation with what's going on and why creatives need to be fucking inspired. And I'm gonna pull it up right now just so everybody can see what we're talking about. But just like what Ripa's done, with Ripaverse and what so many people are out there doing, BattleBit Remastered is the #1 game on, or it was a few days ago. It was the #1 game on Steam. All right. And all it is it's this right here. It's just Minecraft as an FPS. That's all it is. Look at this. Let me get it. It's just Minecraft as FPS. It's fantastic. Look at that.
I like it.
I want to
Good
play the
Lord.
hell out of this game, man. And 3 guys made this. 3 guys. That's it. So we're gonna be
3
playing the hell out
guys,
of-
1 game.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that just lets you know, man. Call of Duty with their massive budgets and all of that.
Can't figure out a
And
fucking game.
We
Yeah,
still got to check out 6 Days of Fallujah too.
yeah, we do. That
Yeah.
does look really good.
Yep.
That looks really good. So
I was just gonna say something real quick too about this Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. So like the first 4 Indiana Jones movies were all written by like George Lucas was like kind of the guy that ran the story and put
Story
together the
guy.
story and stuff. But like this has 4 different writers on it, including the director, which means that somebody at some point wrote the script, and then somebody came along and had to change that script and write something different. And then another person came along and had to help doctor the script. And then if James Mangold, because he's the last name written on there, it means he looked at that and went, "This is awful," and he probably just fixed it on the fly. The chances are a lot of the reshoots were him just going, "Fuck, that's not going to work. We need to shoot something else." So this movie was like the fact that they had that many writers on this movie says a lot about the fact that they didn't know even what the story was going to be. They didn't involve anybody from like they involved David Cope from like he's one of the only original people that worked on this. It's
Well,
obvious
if
they
you
didn't know
remember,
what they
Mike,
wanted to do.
Spielberg was supposed to direct this. Like, it was supposed to be Spielberg until 2 years ago, and then suddenly he just dropped out and was like, "Oh, I'm still gonna be producing." But like, so they had the story written for a while before that, so I'm sure it's been through a lot of different revisions.
Yeah, he's not even credited as a producer on this film either. It's crazy. Like, yeah, it's kind of pathetic. Like, I don't know.
Here you go,
I don't know why
Beardo.
they thought this was going to be okay.
Spielberg's not.
Mm-mm.
There you go. 50!
As far as right now on it,
Thank you,
I don't
Storm
see his
Blessed.
credited at all.
read it out,
Got it,
Beardo. Read the whole
executive.
thing.
Storm Blessed for
Look at the-
50 says, I'm giving a 50 to hear Beardo say 50.
There we go.
Thank you for the 50.
All right, continue on, Mike.
That was all I had to say about it. I'm actually looking it up right now to see if he's.
What are you
actually
laughing
my-
about, Jay?
I don't know.
That's so fucking quiet. Holy shit. What?
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know.
Continue,
Yeah,
Mike.
I think like Steven Spielberg and George Lucas are both listed as executive producers for it, which is again like the same type of executive producer credit you're gonna get for like creating the characters and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's fucking sad.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this real quick. We have the casting announcement for Superman Legacy. And we have Superman and Lois have been cast. David Cornsweet?
Cornsweet.
I'm not familiar with I'm not familiar with him.
Sweat.
Get over here, corn sweat.
I'm not familiar with him. I am I am familiar with Rachel Brosnahan. Is that how you say it? Because she was in House of Cards. And she was
Brosnahan,
really
yeah.
good. She's really good. She's a really good actress. So basically, that's a young Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
That's a young Henry Cavill. That's what we got right here.
Yep.
So I mean, if you're judging it just off casting, it's good. They're white. That's good. So you know, there we
That's
go.
gonna get clipped.
I don't
Yeah,
give
like
a fuck. Fucking clip it. Trump 2024, bitch.
I said it
Yeah, but-
earlier. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but Ryan's delivery is better about it.
you know what else
Everybody's
is good? You know what else is good? If you cast a black person as Blade, you dumb fucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And don't give me a fucking white guy in the next Tupac biography, okay? I don't really or biopic. I don't want a white guy as Tupac, and I don't want a black guy as Superman. All right, go fuck yourself.
He's fucking. He's really fucking tall. He's 6'4".
He's
Damn.
6'4",
This guy's
and
6'4"?
obviously everyone's
He's too
like,
skinny though.
well,
They're
that's
gonna give him
again.
steroids.
Everyone can fucking juice up in Hollywood if they want him to.
Yeah.
Like Henry Cavill when he got cast was not as big as he was when he played the role. He was ripped because I think he had just played in Immortals or whatever.
Yep.
But he was very
He
lean.
bulked up.
He was very
yeah,
lean
he
for
got
Immortals, and
fucking
he got
huge.
big for this.
Yeah.
So he certainly can if that's what they want him to do. I'm sure. That obviously when you put like side by sides with him and Cavill, they look a lot alike. But again, this is Superman. I think when you look at all the kids, they're obviously going for that look, and you can get little bits of all the different people who've played Superman when you do these castings. I don't know anything about this dude, but I do have a couple clips that people put out there from a couple of things he's done over the past few years, and I wanted you guys to hear them.
Yeah, because I know nothing. I know nothing of this guy.
This might be a little bit of a view of, hey, this could be like Clark Kent in a way.
Probably not. To me, it's not about the notoriety. It's about the craft. It's about showing up to work every day, you know. And for a super, that can mean...
I'm sorry, a what?
Oh, a supernumerary? A supernumerary?
It means extra.
It means background actor. That's the proper term. In many ways, we contribute to the reality of the scene.
Now, obviously, he's not playing Clark Kent there, but just a little bit of an awkward kind of nerdy dude. That could work. And then this is an edit that somebody did that I think is really pretty interesting.
When you're walking through your life, it's easy to feel like you're going through the motions, right? Like it doesn't really mean anything. But when I was a kid, I grew up on a farm in Missouri, so we had to drive a half hour to get to the picture show. And when I looked up at that enormous screen, I suddenly knew what life was supposed to feel like, what being alive was supposed to mean. It was like there was something somewhere out there waiting for me.
So that's just a little bit of that. Obviously, people just threw that together, that fucking edit with all the Superman shit thrown in. I don't know anything about the guy. And nobody knows if he's going to be a good Superman or not until 2 years from now, until he comes out. Obviously, the way that Henry Cavill left, people are very salty about that. That's not going to go away very soon. That's not a guy who's like, I'm done with the role and I'm moving on to something else, like, say, a James Bond character, like Pierce Brosnan. No, that's not the case. He wanted to be Superman. He was Superman. They brought him back to be Superman, and then James Gunn moved on to get a guy who looks like Henry Cavill, but 10 years younger. So it's a lot on his shoulders for sure.
Yeah. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, James Gunn still got a massive uphill battle. They have to fundamentally change everything about this dog shit universe if they want it to succeed. So, I mean, we've seen good castings in the past. Brandon Routh I thought was a fantastic casting in a terrible movie. I thought Cavill was a fantastic casting. You know, everybody knows my feel about that. I ain't trying to start that fucking argument. But just to be clear, fuck Man of Steel. You know. But yeah, just a good casting doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I guess it's just something to talk about. And ultimately, they just want you to stop talking about the failure known as the Flash, which we will not stop doing. I will still make another down arrow about the Flash with Ezra Miller with a screaming face. I'm going to do all that because fuck them. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Ripa, how much do you care?
0. If I can be completely honest, which is again saying a lot. I was talking about this with this at Valen Renegade's channel yesterday. When were we on with him?
That was Sunday. Here on
Sunday. Was that Sunday? Yeah. And we talked about that, and it's like the fact that, you know, Flash, for people that don't know, is the character that got me into comics. Right. That was the character that got me for a Flash movie to get made and me just literally not give a shit says a lot about where I'm at with the general comic book industry. But you know, you got to be fair as well. A lot of the Riververse stuff ties into that. You know what I mean? Like with me having brought my own stuff up, and you know, I'm trying to build on that. I'm so hyper focused on that. You know, I don't care as much as I certainly would have if I didn't. But yeah, it's like I just don't give a shit, man. Like I'm like, I don't care. But I mean, I'm also like you, Ryan, and since I have no idea who the fuck this guy is, but that can be said for pretty much everybody in all these comic book movies, because I'm not a movie buff like that. And when I was watching comic book movies, that was really the only shit that I was watching, like was comic book related material. So a lot of these people, I was introduced to them by way of the comic book movies, and I'm like, can you act the fucking role? That's all I give a shit about. I wish that with comic book movies, they would get away from the old dumb shit of, I want to get someone that has, nobody in Hollywood has star power anymore anyway. So get the fucking guy that can play the role and can act the living shit out of it. I don't care if he's a Z-list actor. It shouldn't matter.
Yep.
I think
here we go right here. Here
interesting because there you go. Now I do think that there's something edited.
Oh wow!
Edited about that picture, though.
Probably.
Like, I think
the
it's
hair.
the hair.
Look, their
like,
hair is
the hair is identical, but I don't think they've actually altered the facial structure. But he looks a lot like him, though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Great value fruit.
Man, I love that Great Value cereal.
You know you're fucking poor when you buy it by the bag.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Big
There's no
bags,
box.
man.
It's just a bag of it. Yeah, I had.
Man.
That's when you know you're fucking hurting. And it's like, hey, eat your fucking cereal with a fork so we can save the milk. Pour it back in the container.
Bought a bag of puff wheat. You look at the ingredients, it just says it's just puff wheat. Nothing else. Puff wheat,
Like,
bag of
there's
puff
the other
wheat.
See, these are fruit spins. I'm used to fruit O's. They're just fruit O's. That's what they're called.
Booty-O's.
Man.
What was the fake Lucky Charms, Magic Stars, or something like that?
Yeah.
Lucky Chunks.
Something,
I don't know what
yeah.
it was. Something like that.
Weren't they magic charms?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think, like when
Dr.
you look
Pop
at the
soda. Sorry, Ryan.
Dr. Thunder.
Thunder. That's what it was.
Dr.
Mountain
Thunder was
Lightning
the
and Dr.
shit.
Thunder.
Dr. Thunder was this shit. I
When
love
we
Dr.
look at these
Thunder.
castings, I think some people want it to be like, hey, I want somebody who's not known for anything. I want like a nobody. So they come into the role fresh. You don't have any idea in their head. But then at the same time, we have other characters who have a lot of baggage or a lot of other roles, not baggage like in a negative way, but like Christian Bale is Batman or Ben Affleck is Batman.
Right.
And you're going to get so much criticism either way. There's people that are going to say this or that. Oh, it's not this and not that. Until we see it on screen, we don't fucking know. So it's just going to be 2 years worth of arguing, just like it's been for every single comic book casting we've ever fucking seen.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that when a comic book film is cast, regardless of the person's race or sex or sexual orientation or politics, comic book fans are going to argue, debate, criticize, and have opinions over it, Ryan? I was told if it was a white man, there would be no arguing whatsoever. There will be no discussions. It's just like, oh, he's, well.
It sounds like you were told by a man in his backyard who was screaming about coming on his own face. So,
woke, woke. Oh man, we just got 100. Let me find it. 100. Linko Kenobi. What's up, guys? Rippa. What? Jay, screw those haters. If they want to succeed, make better stories. LOL.
Exactly.
I believe new Superman and Lois may probably pull it off. I'll watch Dial of Destiny when it comes out streaming. My next movie will be Mission Impossible MAGA Trump 2024. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. Appreciate you, brother.
Let's go.
And yeah, Dial of Destiny, honestly, man, like, man, it's like anything else. I'm Rippa. I said this on, I think I said it on Daily, but I'm basically Rippa without the multi-million-dollar comic book project. I'm so fucking done with these fucking Hollywood fucking weirdos, man. I'm struggling to care to even talk about these things or watch them sometimes. Like, there's still certain things, like Star Wars is.
Yeah, we picked a really good time to start up the Geeks and Gamers daily stream where we talk about entertainment for 1 hour every day.
Hey, all we need to talk about is Hassan and Dr. Disrespect. Okay, we get a lot of fucking views. Okay, streamer drama is more entertaining to me than Hollywood fucking freaks. So, but I'll we'll get back in there. I'll find my way back into caring enough to talk about it. But I'm just so sick of these fucking people, man. I hate them. If you are in Hollywood, I fucking don't like you. I don't respect you. I don't want to know you. I want you to shut the fuck up and pretend to be somebody else for a live. That's what you do. I don't give a shit about your opinions. I don't give a fuck about your sexuality. I don't give a fuck about your family. I don't give a fuck about your dog. I care about you pretending to be someone you're not. That's all I care about. Nothing else in your life means anything to me. Shut the fuck up and act. Just like LeBron used to shut the fuck up and dribble.
You stupid dog. Get to fucking work.
Oh yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Fucking meat puppet. Get to work.
Like I love Christopher Nolan. The moment Christopher Nolan starts coming out talking about his fuck off. I don't give a shit. Make movies. I don't give a shit what you got to say, Nolan. That's it.
Nice.
And, many of them seem to think that people care about their opinions, and they don't. That's just a reality of it.
Based.
Oh, see you later.
Well
Shout
said,
out.
Jeremy.
Well said.
I did want to. So we also need to talk about the thing that we talked about today on Daily, which is the end credit scene for the Marvels. Rippa, I don't know if you heard about this, but you're gonna be really excited about this one. You're really excited, Rippa.
This,
Like, you got to calm down. You got to calm down, okay? Because this is a big news right here, okay? So again, it's the same song and dance as Indiana Jones right now. After the Marvels comes out, I don't know how they survive. I don't know how they can continue moving in this direction with what I assume is going to be a several $100 million loss with the Marvels. If you're looking at the MCU and what's going on with the MCU and what's been going on, there's only one movie that has done anything positive for them in the last few years, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I am here to tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, there is no chance in hell that the Marvels is going to have any type of reaction close to Guardians 3. And Guardians 3 had to overcome the negativity of the MCU because it had a less than expected opening weekend. And then the word of mouth from people actually did kind of elevate that film back to the original place where a lot of us felt like it would be. I said 850 the whole time. And then the early projections, I'm like, shit, this movie might not even hit 700. And it had a really tough opening weekend, and that's because of the MCU. There's no way the Marvels is going to be successful based on what we've seen in the past. Now we have reports of now again, if you're sensitive to spoilers, totally understand that. I know we have a massive audience out here that is just really, really invested in the Marvels, and you want to know what's going on. So if you're not interested in that, this is your chance to click away and, save yourself for the amazing end credit scene. But Ryan, what do we have for the Marvels?
Well, after sitting through the entirety of the Marvels, you get a post-credits scene that sets up something that no one is interested in. I'm sure Ripa noticed this as the MCU continued on. All of a sudden, in Phase 4, they started introducing these characters that have only been around for like a decade. All of a sudden, these failed characters like Miss Marvel, like Ironheart, like all these different race or gender swap characters all of a sudden got thrown in there. People thought, that's weird. America Chavez, you're skipping over decades worth of great characters to get to these characters. Well, now we might have a reason. At the end credit scene for the Marvels, Kamala Khan finds Nick Fury's tablet of all the superheroes currently who are active, which he apparently just leaves laying around for some reason. But she takes it and she tracks down Kate Bishop. And she tells her everything and says that they need to keep together.
Sorry, man.
That pretty much sums it up.
God.
And then they say, hey, did you know Scott Lang has a daughter, Cassie? And then the movie ends. So they're setting up a Young Avengers with all of these characters that nobody cares about, all these characters that failed in the comic books over and over again, that all of a sudden got shoved to the forefront of Phase 4 of the MCU. That's what they're setting up. I'm sure Rip is really excited.
That's interesting. So I wonder if they're going like with the like champions route shit, because they do have Miss Marvel there, but that would also force them to have to bring up characters like Dustin because of who created that character. There's no fucking way they're gonna do that. But yeah, I don't know. So what's coming out next outside of Marvels? What else? I know we got the Echo shit. We got
Secret Invasion is currently airing right now.
Nobody.
Oh, and by the way, the ratings just came out for Secret Invasion. I guess we can do some. Jeremy wasn't ready for this, but 994,000 U.S. households watched the debut of Secret Invasion over its first 5 days on Disney Plus.
That's good.
Now, it's not good because it barely beats out Miss Marvel, which was by far the lowest rated MCU
but the
show.
highest rated. That's how they tried to spin it.
Well, look at this when you compare it to everything else. This is where Secret Invasion is. Loki, 2.5 million. Moon Knight, 1.8. Falcon Winter Soldier, 1.8. WandaVision, 1.6. Hawkeye and She-Hulk, 1.5. Secret Invasion, less than 1 million. So you're looking at a 30% drop off from the shit known as She-Hulk.
They're done, bro.
People are done, man. They're done with it.
They're done.
Yeah, like they don't have anything. They don't have anything in between that's gonna be anything like intriguing. Like I said, if you go from that. And then you got this Agatha bullshit. You got Echo. Like they don't have anything like on the horizon that people can gravitate towards. Like this whole X-Men and Fantastic. If they even they might be pissy broke by the time they was supposed to release that. And then who knows? They might say, "Fuck it, man. We gotta cut our losses with this MCU shit." I don't know where they go from here because they don't have. Again, there's looking at their list of projects. Didn't Blade get pushed back too?
Everything's getting pushed back right now for one of the same reasons. Nothing's going on at San Diego Comic-Con. The writers strike, and then the actors are about to strike on Friday, which even means they can't make appearances to promote things. For both people and people that are actors. So,
the actors are striking?
Yeah. That's going to happen on Friday.
What are they striking for? I'm sorry. I'm out of the loop on that.
They want to be better compensated. They want better benefits. Same thing everybody fucking strikes for, especially now in the streaming world where residuals are so fucked up from what they used to be, like things like that. Similar reasons to the writers. The writers obviously very concerned about AI and shit like that.
I don't think all these movies are coming out, bro. Like,
I think what I think is going to happen industry-wide, if they have a big strike with the writers and the actors, which looks like that could be the case, I think there's going to be an opportunity for people to cancel things that they've kind of wanted to cancel anyway. It's a good excuse to do it, to get it off their books, especially as we see more of these industries like in peril, or more of these studios in peril, like Warner Brothers Discovery, obviously already $50 billion in debt. Flash certainly isn't going to help that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens though.
Yeah. I'm looking at this list right now. Like, yeah, they I guess they have that Loki shit. That second
Loki season 2 with the return of Kang, Jonathan Majors. I don't know if we'll see. I saw a great article going around today. Jonathan Majors scores a big win. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, did something happen in court? And it's an entire article on Newsweek about how his lawyers came out and said that they presented a lot of things to the cops, and they're really happy with how it went. No comment from the cops, no comments from the DA. But it was a big win for Jonathan Majors, according to Newsweek. So, I don't know.
And you got Ironheart, you got Agatha. Bro, these, I don't, they're in trouble, bros. I mean, of course, they got Daredevil.
Captain America, Brave New World.
Oh, that's dead on arrival for me.
What happened to New World Order? I want the New World Order Captain America.
See, Deadpool 3 is going to be the one that they're going to hang a lot on because they have Hugh Jackman coming back.
True. Yeah,
but that's like, they almost have like those slated where they're like, hey, that's this really cool movie in between all this shit. Like you can check out with these legacy characters and stuff in it. Go watch that.
It's funny because everyone is actually saying that the plot to Deadpool 3 is really similar to The Flash in terms of like what they're trying to do with like multiverses and shit.
Well,
obviously it could be well done, as opposed to The Flash. But you know,
well, this one has 5 writers on it right now. Already,
I don't see. Like I think they're. Until, like, again, they do Fantastic Four and figure out whatever the fuck they're gonna do with this X-Men shit. I don't know what the fuck these guys. There's nothing in between. They got a bunch of releases. Make no mistake, like going into next year. I mean, those all got pushed back. But I mean, you look at Loki season 2, and then you got the Marvels, then you got Echo, and then you got Ironheart. Like those are back to back, and Agatha's right after. Like you got those are basically back to back. Just things that nobody's going to care about, that they're going to sink a lot of money in. So, again, I think some of these probably don't make the cut. They can't. I mean, they can't keep losing money in the way that they're losing it. And, like, to put really, like, even Thunderbolts comes out before all this other shit. Like, Fantastic Four, to me, is like, that's going to be their Hail Mary. It's got to be their fucking Hail Mary.
They've got a long road of shit that no one cares about because of all these
That's
Disney
what might
Plus
do them in,
series.
though. You know what I mean? Because if you're losing, like, on 2, 3, 4 projects in a row, like
you won't make
where's
it
the
to the last
capital?
one.
You know what I'm saying?
And when you look at again the article's been making the rounds about Disney losing $900 million at the box office. Well, that's fucking nothing compared to Disney Plus.
True.
They've lost $4 billion on streaming in the past year. That's what they've disclosed. That's with making it look as good as they possibly can.
Yeah.
They've lost
and how much did Fox cost
$4 billion. So and you can look at all these Marvel shows, all the Star Wars stuff they're putting out there. It costs $250 million for Andor.
How?
Because they actually used practical shit and built the sets, I guess. Probably.
I just don't. Yeah, man. Some of these probably don't make it. I don't know whose bright idea was to do this Echo shit anyway, but like Ironheart, like some of the Agatha, that has to go. There's nobody interested in that.
Well,
I mean, that's already made though. That shit's done. Like that shit's basically
so
in the
they
can.
mean they're gonna have to cut it off, cut the loss. They're gonna have to pull a Batgirl, man, like and just say fuck it.
One of the problems with Marvel is because everything has to be structured to fit the timeline.
True.
If there's any delays on something, it affects everything.
That's true.
So if you have this show that has to come out before all these other ones, even if your other productions are like going swimmingly and there's big problems on one, that could fuck up your entire timeline.
True.
It's something that we really hadn't seen too much with Marvel. We really didn't see too much of that throughout the first decade worth of the MCU. all of a sudden they're starting to have massive problems when it comes to actually getting this stuff on screen.
Yep. You love to see it,
This
and
shit
I'm okay with it.
horrible.
And it really is. And again, as long as they, as long as they keep putting this out, there's content to be had if you can
don't
muster up
understand the
fucking
logic. Like
roasting
I'm
these
looking at
weirdos.
some of these products. I'm like, who the fuck asked for the fucking Thunderbolts, man?
Well,
like, who
here's
is green lighting this shit?
Well, here's the funny thing. Here's kind of the contrast between the DC like universe, the film universe, and Marvel. DC keeps trying to use the same characters over and over. There's been a million Batmans. They've done Superman a million times, and they can never like gain the traction. Whereas Marvel's the opposite. They had their great characters that everyone loved, and they're like, let's put those aside. Let's keep bringing up bullshit characters that nobody cares about.
And then even that, they're skipping the line because it's like they still have a pool of like, I think, characters that may have intrigue, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they're pulling from like Agatha Harkness, who's, again, like, I don't know why you even have her around without having a Fantastic Four around. And then again, she's unrecognizable. It's not like she's a thing, you know? So it's not like they're pulling from the definitely with them owning basically all these rights because they got with the Fox, with the Fox shit. Like the fact that you didn't immediately start pulling from that, it just doesn't
100%.
Like I'm going to get Silver Surfer. I'm getting all the people that people want. I'm like, if I'm in charge, I'm like, get all of them motherfuckers and get them and that doesn't mean that you can't like introduce more obscure characters. It's just like you do it through those guys. Like when you have the Fantastic Four, you can bring up other maybe characters that, let's say, have less intrigue, but you gotta at least go with what works. And they just said fuck it. They do. Let's go with obscure characters, and let's not only do that, let's give them their own fucking TV shows.
They got high in their own shit. That's what it is. You know, when you have the success of Captain Marvel making over $1 billion, I think something like that gives you a lot of confidence. Hey, we could just fucking put anything out. We're Marvel. We're the MCU. You know, everyone's coming out to see these characters. We smash in front of these two in between these two very, very important movies. But look at what we can do. Look at what we can do with Guardians of the Galaxy that not a lot of people knew about. We're Marvel. Of course we can do it. They couldn't. That basically Disney Star Wars syndrome right there. You slap Star Wars on it, people will show up. Might work for a while.
Well, and I think there's a nice parallel to that and Nintendo and the Wii U, and how the Wii U was a massive failure commercially. I thought it was a fantastic system, but the Nintendo's arrogance is kind of like, oh, we sold 100 million, Wiis. We're just going to come out with the Wii U. And they kind of anticipated that the name Wii and the Wii U would just bring the masses again. And reality is most people that bought a Wii were normies, just normie fucking people who saw family-friendly games. And so no one showed up to buy the Wii U because they didn't even know what the hell it was. Most of the people didn't know who it was. The only people that bought it were your hardcore Nintendo fans. And so Nintendo had an opportunity there to go, okay, we have to course correct immediately or we're screwed. And of course, luckily they did course correct. And now the Switch is going to end up being, or it is their best selling system ever made for Nintendo. Marvel doesn't have that ability, because Marvel has tied themselves to identity politics and social justice freaks. They can't just turn this ship around. They don't have the ability, because the people that they have pandered to, the people they have hired, the people that are internally in this company will not accept the reality of what they have to do to turn this around. And that is simply honor the fans and honor the source material. They don't have the ability to do that. It's not hard what they need to do in reality, but in their reality, it is. In their reality, it's very difficult because they can't move away from all these freaks that they have hired and pandered to. And that is your fault, Marvel, DC, all of them. So
100%.
I can't believe this shit, man. Like I said, like this is supposed to be, and for a little bit it was the most exciting time. You're a long-time comic book guy. You're a long-time, just a lifer, right? And get to see some of these characters come to life with all of the money being thrown behind it. And for them to, I don't know, I think that'll be something that we'll be looking at over the course of history, right? And you see go from even Endgame, like I know it's divisive, but even like Endgame to that next phase and having Shang-Chi and fucking Eternals, and I don't know if we'll ever see a drop off like that in terms of just interest, where you were on top of the fucking world and then you just said fuck it, and we're gonna do whatever it is that we want to, start bringing in characters. nobody fucking asked for, and throwing all of this money into these movies. It's a fuck time, man. But I mean, for me, I look at it like it's a lesson of what not to do. If you're a business owner, man, and you see what works, you don't want to pull off this type of shit by to your point, Jeremy, and bringing in folks who don't really care about the product. Everybody's trying to advance their own careers, and maybe their social views as well, but they're not invested in the actual product. So everybody wants to do their own thing, leave their own little flavor on it, bring these obscure characters, and it's so stupid, man. It's so dumb, and it's unfortunate because I should be stoked. We all should be stoked, and you have a lot of comic book guys that have like, fuck this universe, man. Fuck it.
Yep.
I think.
Hang on.
I think part of the
Ryan is always pissed, Lucas. It's not like it's not that he looks it. He just is pissed off. Go ahead, though, Rollo.
I think part of it too is that they're kind of a victim of their own success with how they set up the MCU in the first place. That it was a culmination of 22 films, so there's going to be a drop off, and they had nothing to compensate for that. So you started off with Iron Man, pretty much kind of setting the tone for that. I know there were movies around that time as well. But, Robert Downey Jr. kind of set the tone for everything going forward. And it seemed like they had a plan. And so they get to the point where they're at, Endgame. And it just, okay, it's over. We have a send-off for some of our characters. All right, we know there's going to be some sort of change here. But they don't. I do think that not having Spider-Man also just completely fucks everything that Marvel can do, because I think Spider-Man was kind of set up as the character that would have been the one that would have taken the mantle out, and not having him as a character to push forward, because they built up. Look, Iron Man wasn't that huge before. Let's be honest. I mean, Ripa can say this more than I am. He was never as big as some of these other characters. Robert Downey Jr., the MCU kind of made him mainstream.
I've always said I thought Iron Man, and again,
I loved him. I always loved Iron Man.
I always thought Iron Man was B.
Character.
I always thought he was B at best.
He was
B,
B.
maybe even a C. Would you say
that's what was so
exactly.
amazing? That's what was so amazing about the MCU.
Yeah.
Was that they didn't have their A-list guys. They didn't have Fantastic Four. They didn't have Spider-Man. They didn't have X-Men.
Thor.
And they were able to build. Build a universe that so many people were so invested in, with these characters that weren't necessarily. Yes, people knew who Captain America was.
Mm-hmm.
People knew who Thor was, but they didn't know really anything fucking about them, right? At least the normies didn't. So it was amazing, and the fact that you've gotten these rights back. And you didn't make that the priority.
It should have been priority number one. I don't give a fuck what the plans were. Soon as you got Fox, it didn't matter if you had shot shit. It should have been like, kick all that shit to the curb. How the fuck do we get Fantastic Four and X-Men in our universe
100%.
immediately?
Like,
how long ago did that happen?
We're far removed
3
from
or
that.
4 years ago.
And we don't have a Fantastic Four cast announcement yet.
Nope.
Yep.
And like it's so like Doctor Doom is like the easiest layup for like the next bad guy. Like, and they're like fucking Kang
to
now.
do
like,
Kang before Doctor Doom, like when you just acquired Doctor Doom and Fantastic Four, it's criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Or
Like,
Galactus with
correct
fucking
me if I'm
Silver
wrong, because
Surfer. I mean,
back in when I was into comics, back in the day, like Wolverine was. He was arguably not
in the
there.
90s, he for sure
he was right there. Was he
during that window? He might have been more popular than Spider-Man. Like,
because he was there with Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Like he was in that range with them in the 90s when X-Men was peaking, and still, I mean, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine has survived horrifically bad movie after horrifically bad movie, bad continuity, bad everything, but people keep coming back for his Wolverine, and that was a person that got heavily criticized when he was cast, even though John Campea says that didn't happen. That absolutely did happen. Hugh Jackman did get massively criticized. Too tall, didn't look anything like him. Like that, all that was there. But the point being is that Wolverine. So right now, as it stands, does Disney 100% own Fox?
They got everything.
Yeah, they got all of them.
They have literally everything, bro.
Well, what they don't have are the
Spider-Man.
Right.
But they're getting Hulk back too from Universal as well.
Right. Yeah. Spider-Man is the one, but fuck that. I mean, you got the fucking X-Men, man. Like that.
That's all you need, man.
Fantastic Four. You got Marvel's first family. What the fuck are you doing? Like that. That's immediate. That's something that once you acquire, I get it. You got to go with what you know. And if you don't have the rights, you don't have the rights. But once you got them, it should have been like, move all of this shit out the way. If we have to cancel, I mean, you effectively lost money anyway. I mean, it's easy to, I guess, say this in retrospect, right? But you move all of that shit out the way and you do everything you can to get those guys in there. And again, the positive thing about that is that you can, through those movies, through those characters, have more obscure characters be introduced and probably far better received than shoehorning them and giving them their own show. Like Ironheart, you just got created, bro. Like you just got created. Why the fuck do you have your own show? Miss Marvel, we're not too far removed from her being created. She just gets her own show. And it's like, they should have been working overdrive to like, all right, let's get our casting and let's start shooting right now. We at minimum got to get them introduced, but they didn't do that. They're like, I don't even know what they're gonna fucking do with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. To Ryan's point, we don't have a casting yet. We have no idea what the fuck they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think at least one of them is gonna be black. If I
you're not gonna get a Marvel's first family being like white. Fuck that. Like you're not. That's not gonna happen. I put that bet out there like in 2018. I was something like that. I was like, I'm daring them to do it because I know they ain't got the guts. They do not got the guts to have them all be fair skinned. They just don't have it in them.
No.
That's all this I have to highlight. Blue Eye Scorpio. Trans don't have rights because of people like Jerry.
The thing is, Disney still has that special deal with Sony. Like, they can use Spider-Man. Like, they still have that active deal where they can use Tom Holland Spider-Man. And there's so many classic stories with Fantastic Four and Spider-Man that they're just not.
Well, and here's the thing, too.
Just not doing.
Like,
well, there's a caveat, though, is that if they do that, one, Sony does production, and Sony gets basically all the fucking money from it.
Does Sony do production on the Iron Man?
Disney gets, like, the merch and stuff.
Okay, but did Sony do production on like the Avengers and stuff?
No. So if they're using Spider-Man in an Avengers movie, Sony, I think they have there's some stipulation. I don't know exactly the agreement, but if they're doing a Spider-Man centric story, then like No Way Home, right? Then Sony is actually the ones that do the production on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're overseen by Disney, Marvel, and Kevin Feige and all these people. But Sony, I believe, gets 75% of the profits from those. Yep. Whereas Disney gets 25%. So that's why even when you look at the success of like No Way Home,
back. They're not getting that back.
Oh, hell no.
Not
when you look at something like No Way Home, you're like, wow, that made a lot of fucking money.
For Sony.
It did for Sony.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Sheep, what's up, Sheep? Sheepsidian. They had
50.
John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. Then they had Scarlet Witch kill him. The next perfect casting to J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, and they botched it. Oh well. Yes. And that is
should be back.
That's a bait and switch if I ain't never seen one.
They just,
that was like a slap in the face because so many fans wanted him cast.
Yeah, that was a bait
in that role.
Sure.
Yeah.
The smartest man in the fucking universe. His idea going up against Scarlet Witch is one, to try to talk her down, and then two, to reach out and grab her. That was fucking Mr. Fantastic's plan, and then he gets turned into spaghetti.
Yeah, and immediately tell her what Black Bolt's weakness was. If he says one fucking word, you're dead. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
By the way, all this guy has to do is open his mouth, and you're dead. Heads up, smartest guy in the
That's
universe.
writers not knowing these characters, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that shit.
And not only that, but it still to this day pisses me off that Black Bolt screamed like he was freaking out about it. I'm like, Black Bolt doesn't open his mouth and make a noise unless Black Bolt wants to. But once again, like you said, they don't understand those characters. They also had another thing that happened that they had the rights to, that they really dropped the ball on too. Like they got the rights back to Daredevil and Luke Cage.
Oh yeah,
and Jessica Jones. They could have supplemented what they needed to do with these very popular characters that came off very popular shows that were beloved, and said, "Hey, let's do something with them." And instead, they're like, "Hey, maybe we should have like Kingpin get his ass kicked by Kate Bishop. Wouldn't that be cool?" And like, wouldn't it be cool to have a cameo from Daredevil where, we literally tell the guy, hey, make sure you pause so the audience can clap for you when you go see the movie and stuff. And now they're like, oh yeah, well, they're going to get their own shows. And
they turned Daredevil into a booty call in She-Hulk.
Yeah. Instead of them going like, hey, we're going to take these characters, let them supplement, give them their own movies, maybe do another Defenders movie, do something to try to supplement and keep the momentum going. They didn't do any of it. They just were like, yeah, well, I think Riri Williams could carry something, right? You don't, and that's the crazy thing. If you go watch, the people that watch Black Panther, they don't refer to her as Ironheart until like very late in the movie. She's actually called the scientist for most of the movie because she wasn't part of the original script. The original plan was not for her to be in it. They call her the scientist because it was supposed to be a scientist, not her. And then they were like, hey, actually, this could fit. This could work for us. So, like, there's obviously a lot of just them putting characters in to spots just to try to make it fit and make it work, hoping that this is going to sell. And it's obviously not working for them. But they've, you know, like Jeremy said, they've tripled down on this now. They can't stop and go, yeah, we made a mistake. Let's just try not to do this anymore. They're going to keep pushing this and hoping that it works and hoping that one day it goes through. So...
Did you see Don Cheadle and Samuel L. Jackson getting upset that they weren't asked to be in Wakanda Forever?
No, I
didn't. I never saw that.
Yeah, because they're both in Secret Invasion.
They're
both in Secret Invasion, and obviously they're both black, so that's what they have to talk about.
That means that they have
in
to,
Secret Invasion. Yeah. And so, but that's in their minds. That's how like racially obsessed they've become with Marvel. Mm-hmm. Even though there's no fucking reason for them to be involved in a Wakanda Forever storyline. Because they're black, they were pissed that Marvel didn't ask them to be part of it.
So stupid, man.
Unbelievable.
Holy fuck, man.
Unbelievable. JM the Elite fan over on Rumble. And thank you guys. We got 400 people watching on Rumble right now. Appreciate that. To Jeremy's point about the Wii, considering Nintendo sold 100 million in hardware, but Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword only sold 10 and 7.5 million respectively, says a lot about the audience who bought the system. Yeah, I mean, that's 10%, which is terrible. Terrible for Nintendo anyway. That's a terrible, like right now, I mean, the Switch is moving like 120 million units, and the top Mario games and Zelda games are selling 35 million units, you know, on that system. So that shows you like the difference in the type of audiences buying the Switch versus the difference that bought the Wii. And again, that it's just arrogance is all it was, thinking that the Wii U would be successful, and they changed. And to Ripa's point about Marvel and DC and Star Wars, these are all fucking layups, and they still can't make it happen.
How do you? I just don't. I can't wrap my mind around fucking that up, man. Like, especially because I remember how hyped I was. I mean, I know people look at me like a kind of Debbie Downer now with this shit, but there was once upon a time I used to be stoked on this shit, and I remember them getting the rights to Fox, and I was like, they can't. You can't fuck this up. Like, there's no way that you can fuck this up. Like, this is a fucking layup if I've never seen one, and. They actually did it. That's impressive. If nothing else, that's you have to go out of your way to somehow fuck that up to get this outside of the Spider-Man and in his like, you know, rogue gallery. You got pretty much everybody that you need to bring on to finish fleshing out the Marvel. Definitely going into if you ended that phase and you're going into this next phase, like. I don't know why you just don't get at least X-Men like that. That to me would seem pretty obvious to get that, because again, there's so many characters that get introduced through that. You know what I mean? That could actually Storm she could have her own movie, right? You know,
hell yeah.
You know that's a character that can have Gambit and fucking, you know, Rogue
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, you know. Oh well, no, please don't. I'm glad. I'm glad that shit didn't happen. For sure.
Ryan loves to troll with that fucking shit. He does it with me with G.I. Joe, and now he's doing it with you.
Yeah, no, oh my god, I remember that cast. I think of those old videos still exist, and I was like, what in the fuck are they doing? This guy can't act his way out of a paper sack. Ironically, the first movie that I ever saw him in was G.I. Joe. And I was like, this guy's fucking terrible, man. Like, who the fuck is this guy? But no, seriously, like
wait till you see this Gambit. He's gonna be fucking trans. You're gonna be begging for Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
just like Jeremy's begging for another Channing Tatum G.I. Joe movie after Snake Eyes.
Honestly, after Snake Eyes, I kind of am. I'm kind of like, you know,
you didn't know you didn't know what you had. All right,
you know, Channing Tatum wasn't too bad after looking back on it. I was
Channing Tatum is the prequels of all other franchises.
Honestly, that is no bullshit. Like, I hated those Joe movies, except for Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow in those movies. And now I look back on them, I'm like, perhaps I treated you too harshly.
Maybe I was a little harsh on
Man,
what I said. I apologize.
That's how bad. That's how bad Jeremy's been treated. They threw him into a cell, solitary confinement. They just fed him bread and water for like 10 years, and then finally they just gave him like one slice of pizza, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is fucking amazing!" Even though it was like a 2-year-old slice, he's like, "This is better than this shit."
Oh God.
Channing Tatum's best role still in this. This is the end when he's a fucking sex slave to Danny McBride. Yeah, by the end.
Dude, by the way, Danny McBride was on with Caleb Presley. Did you see that shit?
I haven't seen it. I saw the ad or the thumbnail for it.
Honestly, Danny McBride is one of the few people that actually controlled the conversation with Caleb.
Yes. Have you ever seen Eastbound and Down?
I've seen clips. I've never watched the show.
Oh my God. Dude, Eastbound and Down is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Danny McBride's hilarious.
Yeah, McBride controlled, and Caleb's fantastic. Caleb is gold with Barstool Sports, but yeah, Danny McBride controlled it. It was really good. So
speaking of X-Men, have you guys seen the new rumors for Deadpool? Who's going to show up? These are just rumors. I don't know how.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Apparently, so Ben Affleck's Daredevil might make a cameo.
Damn it.
And
that's what I mean. It's gonna be like Flash. Like they're gonna That's what the rumor is. You're gonna see all these other random heroes and shit.
Halle Berry's Storm is gonna cameo.
Yeah, god damn it.
You know what they really need is Ryan Reynolds.
Look at Mike. They still have not. We have not got a proper Storm.
I actually 100% agree.
We still have not got a proper fucking Storm.
Listen, I don't need that representation. I want Storm to look like Storm. Yeah. I do got to give him that one. Yeah, they have not gotten Storm right. She was awful. And Halle Berry was awful as Storm. Like
terrible, man. And the chick that they got to play the young version of was fucking terrible. I'm like, god damn it.
Oh man, that was good. That was good stuff. But yeah, all right, we got to catch up with some super chats. I know Ryan's going to bounce a little bit early tonight, so let's run through some really quick, Ryan, and then Beardo's going to pick up from there. And then we're playing Fortnite tonight. I think we're going to stream it on like our personal channels and stuff.
Yep.
So
let's go.
Kick, YouTube, all that good stuff.
WG for $10. Also true. More of Ryan's drive-through orders go missing at Taco Bell than the Bermuda Triangle.
And WG dropped 5 gifted memberships earlier. Thank you, WG. Appreciate you, buddy.
You know what I had this weekend, and they didn't mess up the order. I had some Fazoli's. It was good. It was good.
Fazoli's is good.
I had some a couple weeks ago, and they forgot half my breadsticks.
I don't know if I've had.
I'd be pissed. Yeah.
Fazoli's is like objectively, you're eating it. You're like, I know this isn't that great, but I love it for some reason.
Shut the fuck up. But no, you're kind of right.
No, I love
kind
it.
of right.
No,
listen, it's not fast food. It's Italian food fast.
Yes.
Okay. It is drive-through Italian food. It is basically good in the same way Taco Bell is good.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's not like the greatest quality, but you're like, damn, I love this shit. I don't know. What
if you show it to an Italian, like same way if you show Taco Bell to a Mexican, they get all fucking offended.
Yeah, they're gonna slap you in the face and be like, "What is this shit?" But
exactly, same thing will happen to Italians with Fazoli's. But fuck them.
I don't think I've had Fazoli's before.
When we go, I'll take you to Busch Gardens one day. There's one around there.
Okay,
and we'll eat there.
Let's go.
Just order like DoorDash or something. But yeah.
Is there one around here?
Like, I'll take you to Busch Gardens someday.
Is there one around here?
There's
I
one
haven't
in
been.
Claremont.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Two
So
birds,
we'll go to that one.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, we'll make it a vlog. There we go.
Hey, there you go. There we go.
Resef the Cripple for $5. In a stunning turn of events, Julian Sands is returning to Hollywood as his remains are being transferred after being found in Canadian wilderness. Josiah. It's true. Julian Sands is making a return. It does look like they found Julian Sands, so maybe Josiah will do an. They got another one.
No, he returns to Hollywood.
Yeah, this actor returns to Hollywood.
The mountains got another one. I don't know what it'll do.
Oh man!
I came to laugh at you for 10. Ryan, how long till KK discovers the Yuzong Vong and makes sex toys from their weapons so that Star Wars can have positive merchandise sales? They basically already did. Timothy Zahn created his own fucking stupid scuffed version of the Yuzong Vong in his Thrawn books. So the Grist or whatever the fuck they're called. Almanac for 2. Silo season finale on June 30th. Good sci-fi show. I haven't seen it. Is it on Apple TV? Pretty much every
An
single
asylum.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, Ripa says yes. You know that?
I know because we were just talking about it.
Oh shit.
He got excited.
I was like, what the fuck? Why you know
Rip
that?
was watching the show. Yeah.
No.
The guy watching that shit.
Like he walked by while Lady Ripa was watching it or something.
Did you ever watch Tetris, Ryan?
I don't have Apple TV.
It's really good. Tetris is really good.
I think Elon Musk, did he tweet about that show? Did you go watch the first episode on Twitter?
That might be why I knew it was on Apple TV if he tweeted that out. Yeah. I don't know what it's about. My guess is either corn or nuclear weapons. So I'm not sure.
That's kind of cool though. He's like pushing that. He's like, air your first episode on Twitter. And Elon Musk was like, if you have a iPhone, you could put it on your Apple TV.
I think in a year from now, Twitter is going to be a fucking juggernaut of a platform for content and content creation. I think people are not ready. If you're not on Twitter, and I know a lot of people are like against Twitter, you need to get on Twitter if you're a content creator. There's just no excuse. Like this thing is going to blow up. What he's doing and the decisions he's making. People need to do that. Ripa, do you have a subscriber access yet?
I think I do. I just don't have it active because we have one on my own website. So that's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like a lot of people are still hung up on like fucking Steph's got one. I subscribe to her stupid ass. So
That's right. Yeah. Now I have 2 whole subscribers on Twitter.
But yeah, Twitter's going to be a game changer. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Toasted foolery for 10, taking a train from Buffalo to NYCDC Oppenheimer in 70mm IMAX in July. Hopefully I don't have to choke someone out on the subway. Pray for me. Well,
hope
not either because
if you do.
You're on color and you go to jail. Yeah.
Ripa, did you see that video of it was going around on Twitter today? A white dude who called the cops because there was a black homeless man who was threatening them with a knife. The cops show up and arrest him. And the guy's like, wait, are you arresting him? I don't want you to arrest him. I just wanted him to stop bothering us. They're like, well, he committed crimes and he said he was going to kill you. So we have to arrest him. And he has a weapon on him. And he's like, but I don't want him to think I called you because I'm racist. It wasn't because he was black. The guy starts crying. The white dude starts fucking crying because he thinks he's going to be called a racist.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do you have video of this?
Yeah.
I got to see this shit. I have not seen
just
this.
to be called a racist.
It's awful, man. It's sad.
They brainwash
the brainwashing, people, man. Like these people brainwash them.
Listen,
like these are the same people that are trying to hold their breath while going through security at the airport because they're mad that the airport's not enforcing masks.
See, now this is the best.
Goodness.
This is the best situation.
Sorry,
now
Jeremy.
you walk into
Are you good?
Walk into a store, start stealing shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt
someone
anyone.
Comes up to you, you just go, "Hey, I'll call you a racist if you try to stop me."
Yeah.
Don't you dare call the cops. I'll call you a racist. They're like, "Don't do that to me, please."
Here we go. Right, this is going to make me cringe so much.
Simple assault and terroristic threats. Following his arrest, he was transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
So this is in Georgia.
Why is it happening? I'm being arrested? Yes. For what? For what?
Here we go.
But still I will need for you to fill out a statement for him. I don't want him arrested. I just want him to leave us alone. I know, but he had a weapon on him and it was terrorist threats. Brandishing is not a crime with a knife. Brandishing is only a crime for a gun. Terroristic threats, though, sir. Because he said die to me and had his knife out. All that was done.
Oh my god.
The threats, everything. Let me get a statement. I thought you were going to arrest him. I wouldn't call. I just wanted to leave us alone.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What?
What a fucking idiot.
Literally, somebody pulls a knife out on me. I'm going to shoot.
And he said, die. Like he's like, he's walking
with a knife here.
Wait, you guys got to let it finish.
This man is choosing death over being called racist.
Hang on. Here we go.
Let it finish.
Still have a job to do. Now he's gonna think I'm doing this because I'm Why are you eating these pies?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why? I don't want but did he do what he did? Yeah, but I don't know. I did it because he's in whatever situation he's in. I just wanted to leave us alone. I doubt that. I'll be right back, okay?
Oh,
You can tell this cop is like, all right, boy. All right,
What
dude.
a
Like,
fucking
whatever, man.
pussy.
straight up cultural fucking rot, bro. Like the
Wow.
fact that this goes back to what I was talking about with these people that would rather their sports get ruined, these women, as opposed to being called a transphobe. You know what I mean? Like it holds so much of a status right now in our culture that people would much rather some dumb shit happen than to be associated with being potentially called a fucking racist or a homophobe or like, goddamn, man, that's so pussy, bro. Golly, what a pussy.
That's decades worth of indoctrination about white privilege and about oppression and about all this shit. I don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color if he's homeless or not. Doesn't matter how oppressed someone's been. If they're holding a knife up and threatening you, guess what? Not only is it okay to fucking probably shoot him in the head, depending on what state you're in, but it's okay to call the cops. There's nothing racist about it. The fact that he's sitting there bawling like a baby and crying because he's so scared that the homeless, insane criminal is going to think he's racist, that's a fucking problem.
That dude will probably not even remember him after that.
That's some insane white guilt, man.
And these people vote.
True. That's what's scary.
So I will repeat, the biggest problem facing our country is mental illness.
Yeah.
And embracing mental illness. And that person has a mental illness. That person is so far gone that
was it because
he's in worse shape than the homeless guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they've done. They've demoralized the society. So that's what they've done. They've made us feel guilty for anything that we have, and anything that, you know, you have to look back to the past, and you can't look at things of like, well, we've overcome a lot of these obstacles. Let's take the lessons that we've learned to move forward, instead of navel gazing and destroying ourselves, or oppressing ourselves in just the opposite direction. So now we're just going to have minorities be racist against white people and repeat the cycle all over again in the opposite direction until we destroy ourselves. And then again, it'll happen all over again, instead of actually learning the lessons of the past. This is what happens. They just want to destroy everything and gain control and demoralize society. That's it.
Gary's gonna have fun with that part. Man bun mentality.
Someone said he was probably drinking a Bud Light. Speaking of low testosterone, when can we, as Geeks and Gamers, go to this? Airbnb just released this today. Can you share the my screen, please?
If it's the Barbie thing,
can we?
Yeah, the Barbie Airbnb.
Can we please go? Like, look at the content that we made.
Wow.
I think
Barbie
it'd be
house,
fun, to be honest.
I mean, look at that.
You can send Krista.
Yeah, Saint Krista.
That looks awesome.
Look at that. It's right on the beach.
That is a female representation trip right there. Only women can go to that one.
It's called the Ken House. See, Ken is in the pool.
I ain't going and
I don't know. That slide looks pretty fun.
Yeah, Ken, I think it is like
No,
Ken's renting it out.
That's the Barbie dream house.
Where does this slide? Where does this slide end?
Ken is the land.
The slide goes into the jacuzzi.
All right, hold on. It says
shallow.
No. Stop. It's the Malibu Dream House back, but this time it's Kenified. Okay, it's the Ken House.
Right.
So we're going to the Ken House.
So it's gay.
That looks more like a Krista thing. Yeah.
Thanks, Steph.
I'm just saying, listen, I think there's a really good opportunity right now, to be honest. Like, just look at this thing sitting on the side of a hill in fucking Malibu. This is what they're doing to advertise their movie. Oppenheimer, you know what to do.
Set off a nuke, man.
Right there. There's your fucking target. There's your counter programming. Just blow that shit up. Be perfect.
So, do you think Barbie?
That'd be pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Set off a
I think
nuke.
Barbie's gonna gross more than Oppenheimer overall. When it's all said and done. I think so. Yeah.
Really?
I would say, yeah. Just from the mass appeal, you know what I mean? Like, again, Oppenheimer is not a film meant for normies or the general audience, even though a lot of people will go because Nolan's name is so it's gold from that standpoint, but it's not. I don't think it'll do over 500 million in worldwide box office.
And Ripa can't see himself in any character in Oppenheimer, so he's probably not going to go see that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So
I think Barbie will be interesting because I want to see what the demographics of that is going to be, like how overwhelmingly female that movie is going to be.
It's probably
it's probably going to be a lot of the guys that we saw in that video clip that'll be going to see.
I mean, there's going to be dads.
There's going to be hella Bud Light drinkers.
Yes. There's going to be dads taking their daughters and shit like that. So I mean, there'll be that amount. But
I'm gonna take my daughter so I can go see it and be like, "Yeah, I'm here for her."
I hope Applebee's has another promotion. Is all I'm saying. I'll be going to Applebee's.
Oh, shit.
It'll be Toys R Us. Hey, Ripper, did you know the Toys R Us went out of business? It made him laugh. There you go.
Oh man, good stuff. All right,
that's true. I underestimated Tim P in the chat, not to be confused with Tim Pool. Yeah. The Margot Robbie Simps will definitely be going.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
I guess, but it's like when you look at Margot Robbie, it's not like she's some massive box office hit. Remember Babylon with that and her and Brad Pitt? That was a flop. Birds of Prey was a flop. So it's
that shit was dog water, man.
Yeah, but they took her out of they took her out of her hot outfits too.
That shit was.
Yeah, if you want to see her naked, just watch Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to watch this shit. She's fully dressed. It's stupid.
Yeah, no, I think they've gone, like, to me, with the marketing, they're clearly trying to make it like fun and dumb and shit. So I think it's going to do pretty well. There's been some actors that come out and say some stupid shit. It's like we see with fucking nearly everything nowadays. But it seems like most of the marketing seems to be like it's just fun, stupid.
I'm going to go see it.
Of course you are.
Maji-chan for 5. Jay, how does it feel to see more campaigns like Young Ripa donating books for children's charities?
I love it. I hope we start a trend. I hope we start a trend that that'll just become an option on everybody's campaign, and I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome, and there's a lot more. I was telling Ripa like before the stream, there's a lot that I've reached out just trying to make sure that it works what's best for all that we're trying to do. So it's pretty awesome.
Dark for $5 with the handling of Cavill. Gunn reached the level of Brady, LeBron, or the Raiders, so he better bring his A game. I'll still root for his failure. Well, like you hate all those people. I don't know why I hate Brady. Dance with Mohicans for 10. So tired of all the disposable young adult novels that swarm the bookshelves. My first book, a Sife novel, will be published later this summer.
Hey.
I'll send you all a copy. Long live the 199. Thank you, Dances with Mohicans.
I'd love it.
I hope you're not the last of them.
That's pretty good.
Marcus and I'm so dumb for $2.
It was so dumb.
Yeah, I didn't expect anyone to laugh at it. Marcus Henry for 2. Rolos are weird and Rolo lost money.
The stream is buffering and lagging.
Really?
The audio was messed up. That's what all chat is saying.
Was it just me? You
guys
over the kick.
You sounded fine to me.
Okay, so it's gotta be the stream then. That's fine. Gerardson for Mexican 199. Listen, I'm not a furry, but it's a meme I use as a placeholder when I don't know what to say. Sweet. Optimus Monkey for 2. Jay looks like the new crocodile hunter.
Oh, with the hat on. Good day, mate. on the barbecue.
Damn, I'm so bummed out that the stream's lagging because it was great.
Jay's milk.
People are saying it's really bad. That Ryan sounds terrible.
I'm getting no error messages on the back end on YouTube.
Whole panel is robot voices, so it's just YouTube thing. That's my message to the chat.
Just listen.
I listened. I just listened to it.
It's bad.
It's just a thing. I hear myself.
I just want to listen. It sounds that fucked up. I can see it cracking in, like coming in and out though.
Yeah. Well,
Is that what we can do? Here, let me just refresh and see what
it
happens.
sounds terrible.
It's not my fault.
I refreshed and it's still doing the same thing.
Yep,
One-man army for $10. Tomorrow marks 25 years since The Undertaker threw Mick Foley out of WWF twice during their Hell in a Cell match. Just ripping that Mick Foley is alive.
Yes. Mick Foley's a fucking leftist.
It's crazy.
It's not. There's no issues on Kick.
Yeah,
and
it's good.
It's a YouTube
and I don't think there's any issues on Rumble.
You think?
There is on Rumble, but there's not Kick. That's weird.
Jay's milkshake brought me to the yard for $1. Thanks.
For $1.
James Norman for $5.
All right, stop. The chat's just they can't hear anything. It's terrible. So what we're gonna do? We had plans to do a game stream. I'm gonna get that started, and hopefully we can catch up on all super chats on that. We'll just do a catch up on that. As many people that can join us, we'll follow up on that. But yeah, everybody's saying it's bad. So we're gonna end this. So mods, if you can, or Steph, if you can type the chat, tell them we're gonna start up another stream, and we will catch up on all the super chats. Fucking hell, yeah, it's bad. So we'll be back.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity to get everybody to flood over to Kick.
Well,
Just keep this thing going.
Nah, I don't want to do that because it's 3,000 people. We can't do that. So I don't think that's going to be the best option because it's messing up on YouTube and Rumble right now.
I'm getting we're getting a lot of people saying came over here from YouTube.
It is
YouTube
working
sucks,
good.
Here from YouTube.
It is working good on
YouTube.
Kick. It is working good on Kick.
We just got 30 new viewers just in the past few seconds coming over here.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh wait, hang on. Are they saying
it's back?
Oh,
Everyone,
it's
the
back.
chat is just flooding it, saying it's back. It's better.
Fucking hell, YouTube, get your shit. I was having problems like crazy last night on Cobra Cast. I was having massive problems last night. So I think they're coming after me.
Yeah,
goddamn
100%. I am under attack. Quartering make a big announcement.
Make a video saying I'm leaving YouTube.
Even though
by the way, you'll
all
still
my
get
videos
6 videos every day.
Fuck, what a fucking man. Unbelievable.
Quartering's got a new show over on Rumble though.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that was the longest 8 minutes I ever seen in my life. Him just trying to get that out.
All right.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't even need to watch this video. I know what this is. It's like a Josiah video. I was like, it's like the meme with Mad Max. It's like that's bait. I know what that is. Like I'm not going there. I know what that is.
Modalicious.
I'm gonna take this time before you go. I'm gonna go eat something and then I'm gonna come back for Fortnite. So
okay, all right.
Everybody can check us out on Locked and Loaded Latinos. I'll be streaming there my perspective tonight on Fortnite, and I will catch you guys later.
Yep. There we go. See you, man.
Bye.
Modalicious for 10. Knowing how much Harrison Ford hates the Han Solo character, I expect him to just say screw it and take a dive off some platform so he could die and never be forced to watch this abortion. Well, James Norman for 5.
I'm telling you, they're after me. See that? Fantastic Mr. Knox said it.
God,
Jeremy said he's going to Kick, and the YouTube back normally flipped the fucking switch on me.
Yep.
They're listening. Never mind Clark. This is from James Norman for 5. Never mind Clark. Never mind Lois. I hope they make Jimmy Olsen ginger again. That's not going to happen. No. Beardo, I ordered my Spider-Man 2 collector edition yesterday. Hype.
Hell yeah. Congratulations, man.
That game looks amazing.
Yeah, I don't think that Jimmy Olsen will ever be white and redheaded again.
Same with Iris West and Wally West. They'll never be white
once you do a race swap. Well, at least there's different versions of Wally West. But yeah, I just don't think they're ever going to, like, once you make that change, it's tough to go back. So muffler tape for 10 for Jeremy in the Fight Club rant. Nobody cares about your effing khakis.
Damn right.
J-Doc for 5. Congrats on the success, Ripa. Also, I like how you own the round egg-shaped detractors on Twitter.
Thanks, Mo.
Egg-shaped has an @ sign in it. Were you not allowed to say egg-shaped in a super chat? You had to censor it?
That's bad. That'd
be weird.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing I've ever heard described as egg-shaped was not a person. It was Jeffrey Epstein's penis in those in those tapes. like they sit him down. His lawyer gets in there. He's in there for the deposition. The first thing is like, "Is it true your penis is shaped like an egg?" or something weird like that.
What the fuck?
And he just
and then they end the conversation. They're like, "Nope,
like we're done with this."
Yeah, we're done
because
with this.
obviously one of the people that he fucking raped or whatever told him that his dick looked like an egg.
they all did."
Egg shaped. I don't know. Marcus Henry for 10. Rip, I think a lot of people are on board with you in terms of multiverses being lazy. A lot of people are complaining about the Invincible show coming back with multiverses, even though it's in the comics.
Yeah, I got tagged in a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I think people are finally coming to my line of thinking, the point I've been making for the fucking last decade, that it's just it's one of the worst additions to comics. Like this whole reliance on multiverses and shit. It's just so corny.
Yeah. Viper Chief always has, very educational takes.
What the fuck is that picture?
That's Viper Chief.
That looks like the dude that was just crying about being called a racist.
Viper Chief says women only like penises shaped like bananas. We got an expert here. Jeremy's receding hairline for 5.
Fucking shit.
I know how to save the MCU. Bring Black Widow back. Have a hot lesbian scene with her, Scarlet Witch, and Kate Bishop. Instant $2 billion movie. Not a bad idea.
We have an expert here. Egg rolls!
Egg roll!
Egg roll!
Egg penises. Egg rolls in the chat, and they just got monetized. Congratulations!
Oh yeah, man, that's
Hell
awesome.
yeah! Hell yeah!
Yay!
I can't thank everyone here on the panel enough. We just hit partner and wouldn't have done it without you all. And that goes double for
thanks,
Jay.
Egg roll.
That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah, that is awesome, man. Appreciate that, man. Congrats! It's a huge accomplishment, and we're all happy for you. Very happy for you.
And with that being said, I think I'm gonna bounce.
Okay. Yep. Ryan's got some other stuff he's got to work on. So appreciate you, Ryan, and let them know where they can find you. I'm sure they're interested to know where they can find the most positive man on the internet.
Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, Sports Wars, all that good stuff. So, yep.
You sound tired. Are you dying?
I think I have cancer. I don't know what's going on. I'm just always tired all the time. So, probably might be the last time you see me.
It could have something to do with the fact that you just make fucking 8 videos a fucking
I'll send
day.
you some colon blow. It'll perk you right up.
What?
Hell yeah.
That'll get the cancer out of your body. Just shit your pants.
Colon blow. You sound a little bound up.
Colon blow. All right.
Ryan, I'm telling you, you got to start pacing better, bro. You're making
I've backed off a little in the past week because I've been tired. So I'll be fine.
Like it mentally to follow the amount of shit that you follow, because you follow more than me. You're on top of everything. I called you earlier. I'm like, hear about Ryan Mallett. I've already made a video, Jeremy. I'm like, fuck. Like, goddamn, dude, you're like, it's crazy how quickly you respond to pop culture. You respond to every sports news story. You're on top of every daily stream we have. You're crushing it everywhere. You got to slow down, bro.
It's a goal of mine to send Ryan a story he hasn't made a video on first.
I know.
I'm in the Twitter DMs. I'm like, I know you ain't seen this. I made a video 3 hours ago. He sends me the video. It's like, God dang it.
You need to play some Fortnite's what you need to do.
That would be the opposite of pacing myself. That would be doing more.
That's the relax, man. Just relax and shoot some fucking kids in the face on Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
I'll think about it.
See, he's sold now.
Harry Brownhole said colon blow. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. It sounds very gay for you to offer me that during the month of June. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll talk to everybody later.
All right, take it easy,
Bye,
man.
Ryan.
Have a good one. All right, Spirito, pick it up.
All right.
Anybody else got to leave? Anybody else got to bounce?
I should probably bounce too.
I didn't fucking mean you.
Well, it's too bad.
Oh,
fuck out of
here.
Big gulps, huh? Well, go check me out on Twitch and Twitter, _epic_Mike, and then be sure to check out Epicverse. We're working on some stuff. Like I said, I'm trying to get you guys some more stuff. We've been leaking little things here and there. Josiah showed another poster recently. We got some cool stuff that we're kind of shipping around, showing people. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some big announcements in the next couple months on some stuff. And I appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good night.
Take it easy, brother.
Yeah.
Have a
See
good
you
one,
later.
man.
Peace.
See you, bud.
All
Beardo.
right.
All you, buddy.
So, yeah, just real quick, want to recognize some new subscribers and people who gifted subscribers over here on Kick tonight. Osmora has gifted like 7 subs tonight over on Kick. There's another one. Cornboy gifted a sub. And there was one more. One more.
That's something we've,
let's
that's a
see.
term we've used a few times.
Yeah, just one more. I think that might have been it. Okay, Cornboy and Osmora, thank you very much. Now let's get to some.
Very much.
Well, let's knock out some member messages.
We need to get that, Steph. I need that clip of Brie Larson. The thank you very much. We need that. We got to make that happen.
I get it now.
Vagabundo for a 1-month membership says 199.
199.
Marcus Henry is a member for 5 months. Says hashtag release the Eric sketch.
These motherfuckers, man.
Eldritch member for 3 months. Hold on to your buckets. Welcome to the rebellion.
Hold on to your buckets.
How many? We got to play that. I think we're gonna play it at the end. So for those of you that still tuned in, we're gonna play this J song at the end. And I have created the gaming stream link, and I will pin that now so you guys can find that. That's where we're gonna be gaming later. That and all other respective channels.
Hell yeah. Lord Pterodax became a member. Thank you. Eric K became a member for 22 months. I used to go into the ocean every damn day. If you are aware, it's not great. Very rare of sharks doing anything. I have surfed many times with sharks.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be. A lot of people go into. And again, I grew up around beaches my entire life. So like, people tend to go to the beach and they're not trained and they don't understand the undercurrent, the undertow, and how powerful it is. If you understand what you're doing, you're rarely going to be put in a bad spot. But a lot of people just tend to go out there, and it's sad what happened to Ryan Mallett for sure. I just hope people understand, like, it's respect the fucking water, respect the ocean.
Yep.
So.
Fantastic Mr. Knox became a member for 17 months. Good day and hail. Disney going through a lost trifecta. You love to see it. I damn well do. Nothing.
Just want to say,
Oracle of Doom gifted 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Let's go. Curtis Montana, member for 7 months, says, hail G&G family. I want to say Angry Joe has been complaining for days that he hasn't gotten a $100 million kick contract. He is envious, and it's hilarious.
I mean, Joe don't pull those, man. Listen, Joe's big deal on YouTube, and I have nothing against Angry Joe. You know, I've talked about it. Me and Ripa, we had a pretty lively conversation with Joe on Discord a few months ago, and aired out some issues. But Joe ain't XQC, so he just ain't.
Yeah, when I see Angry Joe streaming on Twitch, like, yeah, 600 might be a lot to us, but how big he is on YouTube, and he's only got 600 people watching him on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
That ain't gonna pull you 100 mil.
No. Let's see. Oracle of Doom member for 2 months. Hail, proud to be part of this amazing group of badasses. Raise your horns and hail.
Hail, thank you.
Johnny Lightfoot became a member for 2 months. Hail TNME. You guys hear that Netflix is casting Guest D from Wii Sports in their Drunk 3PO documentary? Her grandma said to her, Drunk 3PO was black.
That's news to me. My life would be boring.
Well, congratulations, Jay.
Well, see you later.
Yep. Stormcore became a member for 2 months. Any recommendations for a good video game news site to check out? Hail the upcoming Dixonverse coming up.
Yeah, Chuck Dixon. Shout out to Chuck Dixon. I mean, I don't know of any websites to follow, but I follow Spawn Wave, the YouTube channel. I think that is one of the single best video game YouTube channels on this entire platform. He does a great job, and he does daily videos, and he goes through all the gaming news. Now, he's not me, he's not Ripa, he ain't gonna have no strong, hard takes on shit. But if you're looking for informative videos, Spawn Wave is the best. Shout out to that channel. And he doesn't know me. I don't know him. He probably hates my fucking guts, but whatever. I like the channel.
Geeks and
Skill Up
Gamers
is another
plays
good
isn't
one.
too bad either.
Yeah. Well, fuck Lethal Lightning. Talks too much shit. So
Sketch became a member for 5 months.
Thanks.
Jay, would you eat a grilled cheese donut?
Yep.
It's like grilled cheese, but instead of bread, it's with a glazed donut.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier became a member. Oh, gifted a membership. Thank you. Ronan the Crusader became a new member. Says Yuri Bezmenov was right. Our society is demoralized. I hope he can be proven wrong soon.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, Paul. I agree. We
Also
love
that about
Lethal.
me too, I think.
We need to get Lethal on a Tuesday night's main event.
I like
he'd
Lethal.
like that.
Lethal's
I think
fun.
Lethal would like that.
A
if he
creamy
get-
hole.
He needs to check himself on his Titanfall hate though. before
He was
does
giving
that.
Titanfall some praise this morning.
Yes, because he wants to be on Tuesday night's main event. Piece of shit.
I was like, hey, Lethal, I might know a guy. A creamy hole in the wall gifted a Geeks and Gamers membership. Thank you.
That is
Captain-
true. Lethal does not get enough credit. You know, you guys are all like, oh, Ryan. No, Lethal's the OG Breeze simp, okay? So give Lethal credit. He was ahead of the curve before it was popular and cool, okay? Just
OG
saying.
Breeze Simp and
Yep.
Daisy Ridley. Mhm.
Shout
No,
out.
he doesn't hate Titanfall 2. I'm just giving Lethal shit. So
Captain Haruno became a member for 2 months. Says chat just redeemed 3,000 Pokeballs for the beard stroke from everyone on the panel. That includes you too, Steph. Hope everyone is well and have a good day.
Steph, you got to do it. You got to do it.
A beard stroke?
Yep.
There you go. Thank you, Haruno. Thank you. Luke Brown, a member for 2 months, says, are y'all going to play that funny song about Jay?
Yes, we are. We are at the end.
Lofty Pixels donated $10. I'm more hyped for Barbie than Oppenheimer double feature than anything Marvel.
How am I? Sorry.
Welcome to Ryan's world.
Original content is
I'm not
doing
gonna
all right
fall
this year. Napoleon and Flower Moon is going to be lit too, and the new David Fincher movie.
I like David Fincher, and I'm very much excited for Oppenheimer for obvious reasons. Not so much Barbie.
Anything to
I'm
say about that,
excited for
Jay?
Barbie.
Yeah, did you want to interrupt, or did you actually want to talk when
Nope.
the opportunity came, or just whatever works for you, Jay? Whatever works for you.
Have a good day, Lofty.
Quint with a $5 donation. There are more sharks on land than in the sea.
Oh.
There you
Lofty
go.
says you read his message wrong.
What'd I say? He's more hyped for. Oh, he's more.
That's why I
Not
didn't say
really. He's more hyped for the Barbie Oppenheimer double feature than anything Marvel. I said Barbie than Oppenheimer. Fucking sue me. Taserman for $15. Kevin Feige is the most overrated producer in entertainment history. Also, Nate Moore is not fired. He is responsible for recasting T'Challa, and they destroyed Doctor Strange. A true travesty.
I would argue Kevin Feige is nowhere near the most overrated producer. That title would go to one Kathleen Kennedy.
100%. 100%.
And Jay told me I'm not supposed to read your messages Viper cheap. So
I didn't say that.
that was directly from Drunk 3PO.
When does Jeremy listen to anything I've ever said? He would have been a millionaire by now, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, Rippa must have listened.
Exactly.
Marcus Henry for $5.
was
I
pretty
love
good.
how a bunch of submarine videos from 5 years ago came into my feed. Submarine and ocean channels eating right now. They have the whole algorithm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, they do, bro.
Except for on my channel.
I'm about to make a submarine channel for Geeks and Gamers.
Doesn't work for me so much.
Spider Claw for $10.
Tried my best.
Problem is as they are, they would make the Fantastic Four and X-Men unrecognizable. They would be changed so much. Probably.
Yeah, they do that.
Fortune and Glory for a $4.99. I don't get to say this live, not allowed on my phone at work. Loving G&G Live really gets me through some stressful days. Love you guys, and hail to the 199.
Love it.
Hail.
Thank you, Fortune and Glory.
I love that name.
You're gonna like this one. Boozy McShotster for $20.
Why you gotta stop?
Because I just think that's how it would be pronounced.
Boozy
McShotster for 20. Thanks everyone for all you do. Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Thank you. Andrew McCarthy for a 199. Ripa, thoughts on the Guardians in the MCU?
Like in the Guardians of the Galaxy?
I'm assuming so.
Oh, I fucking despise them. I mean, if y'all remember my my old videos, I mean, I guess if you look at it from an isolated standpoint, I can totally understand why people like enjoy that shit. But like,
yeah,
as
he's always been against it. Yep.
Like fucking yeah, I've always have. Y'all remember my old reviews?
Oh yeah.
Drax the Destroyer. I don't know who the fuck that is, but that ain't Drax. Whoever that guy is. So yeah, I'm not. I ain't with that shit. But I will say that they did a decent job of having the layup of with Nebula, and Moore, and all those guys that are in it, and they just completely botched it and not really using like Adam Warlock as early as they could have to lead into the Infinity Watch. That was stupid of them.
Dude, I got to show this really quick because it's just so damn funny. Let's see. I'm not gonna play the audio. I'm assuming most of you have seen this clip, but I love the caption that's on it. Let's see if I can find it. Share my entire screen. I won't share audio. Why don't you give up? Because he never did. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Like, holy crap, bro.
Getting away with all the snakes.
Somebody said that's Trump running from the GOP. This is crazy.
The best is Snoop Dogg does a comment. He comments on that. It's so funny, man.
On this?
Yeah. He they showed it to him, and he's like, "Come on, little guy. Oh, he's dead. Snake got him. Oh, snap. It's just so good, man. Just type in Snoop Dogg, like lizard, whatever it was. And it's like, it's so funny.
Look at my boy go, man. Like I remember I watched this documentary. The first time I saw it was while I was watching it. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen, man.
Yeah,
like look at that. Yeah, he was, bro. Look at that.
He got out of there, man.
Look, and then the last jump right here. Look at that. Yeah. Oh,
that snake fucked himself too, man.
That is crazy, man. Why don't you give up? Because he.
What is that?
Did.
A fucking iguana? Well, like what technically is that?
Yeah, I think it's an iguana. That's crazy.
From the
lizard, yeah, some type of lizard, iguana or something like that. But yeah, man, that's badass. So.
Dr. Quagsire for $20. Whoa, sir, calm down. Here, have this Bud Light and a chicken fillet. We got to get him in a safe space stat. Thank you, Dr. Quagsire. Eric K for $2 says Jay is trying to make kids. What a crime.
Yeah, what a crime indeed.
What a crime.
Jay, are you playing Fortnite, Jay?
I mean, it depends on how long Beardo takes.
I'm trying. Pyro Rampa for $10. Jeremy, I won't say it's because of me, but I see you've been growing out your facial hair since my super chat asking why you don't have any. Good to see you growing it out.
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm doing it. I mean, I guess I'm at a point I'm just gonna see what the fuck happens.
Starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, on camera it doesn't do it justice. In person, it looks a lot different and a lot more filled out. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Some like it, some don't. My Cobra Cast chat voted, I think, like 70% that I had to keep growing it, and they kind of determine everything I do. So yeah, so we're gonna keep letting it grow and see what happens.
Maji for $2. Go blue balls and a drink with crazy.
Yes. A drink with crazy is awesome. Thank you.
Somebody said Jeremy's trying to copy Ripa. I am trying to become a multimillionaire. Yes, I 100% am trying to copy Ripa.
Hell yeah.
I want to buy a van. Oh.
Bruh for $4.99 says bruh. Disco Cobra dropped a 20. Finally getting my porch work done. Should be done sometime this week, hopefully. Been raining the past couple of days, just chipping away and getting stuff done around the house. Hail, Geeks and Gamers.
Hail. Thank you,
Shout out
Disco
to your
Cobra.
new porch.
Appreciate you, man.
Marcus Henry for $5. That XQC contract is like an NBA contract. Like, sheesh.
No, it is. I mean, and it just puts it in perspective. It put that contract put just, I don't know, man. It really did kind of, it put a different perspective for me on things. And that's why I think, like, right now, streamers, YouTubers, content creators, they are the celebrities. It's just more spread out now. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones that people are watching. You know, it ain't these these fucking movie stars. They are good at pretending to be other people. The problem is movie stars are so arrogant now, and with social media, they seem to think that them as individuals matter. And the problem is, if that was the case, you wouldn't be getting paid millions to pretend to be somebody else. You know what I mean? Random ass movie star can't get on Twitch and pull the numbers that an XQC can. Just can't do it.
Can't do it.
You know why? Because you're not an entertaining person. You're a piece of shit. And as long as you recognize that that's why you're important, and that's fine. Continue to pretend. But it's a game changer, man. And as the things progress, the world will change more and more and more, and the internet will continue to change. And I feel like Hollywood will be obsolete in the next 5 to 10 years. So that's what I feel. That's the way I feel about it. We got... let's see. Kevin says to convince Jay to play Fortnite. Jay, you got to play now. The problem is, and here's the thing. Jay makes fun of me because I play Fortnite. And for years, I wish I had somebody on this team that was telling me how good Fortnite was. But I used to make fun of the game. I used to talk bad about it. I used to say it's gay. You know, I used to talk bad about it. And I never had nobody on the team just step up and say, hey, Jeremy, it's a pretty good game. You should check it out. That's what's frustrating about it.
That joke is about as old as
you,
Joe Biden.
Wow. Where'd you come up with that original?
Good one.
It's
Arthur
just as
Brown.
bad as that joke. He says that joke for a year.
50.
And what does Beardo do?
50.
Oh, Jeremy, you're so funny.
Jeremy Spear looks like a 14-year-old who's only in puberty. And then Arthur Brown dropped 10 more gifted memberships. Thank you so
The last
much.
time I played Fortnite with Jeremy, he freaking went ballistic on me. I listened to him, and I freaking got eliminated. When I told him to relax, I gave him the relax comment. Hey, relax. It didn't matter. We still lost.
Last time I played Fortnite with Jay, he threatened to ruin my life over Twitter.
One tweet.
I don't remember that.
I do. The chat does. Dragon Dan for $2. Jay is the real MVP. Fucking liar.
He is serious though.
Did you add the liar?
Beardo just barely said something to Jay. Says, I could ruin your fucking career with one tweet. He didn't say fucking, but he did say, I could ruin your career with one tweet. We're like,
tweet,
whoa,
Beardo, I could ruin your life.
Whoa.
Bro, you were making fun of my mom. What was I supposed to say?
He said, I could ruin your
I said
career.
my mom makes bad biscuits and gravy or something like that.
No way. No way. I believe your mom probably makes awesome biscuits and gravy.
She does.
Oh, man. It's good stuff.
And
Hayden for 20. I think Jay and the G&G crew should play Sea of Thieves. I really enjoyed watching him and Dan Vask play it the other day. Jay is the best of us. Much love to you guys. Hail.
Thank you.
Tuesday night's main event.
Sea of Thieves is awesome, man. Like, it's just total chaos. Like, that, you're all just cruising nice and slow. I dress up as a pirate, trying to entertain the people. Everyone's nice. And it was so entertaining that freaking side scrollers, Adam Krigler and all those people over there had to screen snipe me because their content wasn't good enough. They had to screen snipe me playing Sea of Thieves just to take all my viewers, which they did.
Wow.
Thanks, Craig.
Wow.
Thanks,
I said it.
Stuttering Craig and Blabs.
Wow.
And what did Craig say? Jay, we put your kick channel in the chat real quick. Is that okay? Yeah, it was okay. No,
really
shout out to
quick.
Craig. I love Craig and Adam's like one of my favorite people.
Really
So-
quick, we're gonna go up to the 3-hour mark, and then any super chats that are left over, we're gonna read those on the gaming stream. But I got a couple things we got to do really quick. Number one, if you guys watch the Mario Kart streams, you know that there is an awesome individual by the name of Dino Wheels. Dino Wheels keeps up with all the stats for Mario Kart, and Dino Wheels has a birthday this Friday.
Whoa.
And I want everyone to wish Dino Wheels a happy birthday. Just so you guys understand, this is what Dino Wheels does every Monday night. Look at these statistics that Dino Wheels gives to the chat every single week. He keeps up with all the statistics
I love it.
for the current stream and for the past 6 to 8 months. Look at this. Top 3 finishes of 2023. Tonight, most championships. Top 3 championship finishes. Total crowns in 2023. Top 3 championship finishes in 2023. He does this every week.
What a legend.
It's insane.
Dino
Dino
keeping
Wheels.
track on how many times I come in 12th place.
Yeah, which is, I don't know if that one's here, but he has been for sure. So, I mean, Dino Wheels is awesome. So, happy birthday, Dino Wheels.
Happy birthday, man.
We appreciate everything you do. You are the man. Thank you so much for those stats that you keep up with, and you're the man. So, happy birthday.
Lord Slug for $2. Now, Ripa. It is Mark Crooks.
That's what I call him.
Fantastic Mr. Knox for $5 says, hearing about Lorenz barely had any people watching her panel is like hearing about Tom Taylor not getting anyone lining up to get stuff signed.
Yeah, people don't actually like these people, man. Like there's very few people that have draw, definitely in comics, and it ain't a lot of these cats. They'll do some signings, they'll sell an art print, but people ain't really into that shit.
And I saw we had a 20 from Hayden. Got to give Hayden a shout out. The back-to-back Cobra Cast Super Chat champion. He got called out. He got called out by Bebop last night. Bebop tried to bring it, and Hayden walked in there like Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He just walked out with the grapefruits, and he goes, "I'm here," dropping bombs. Didn't give a damn. And just walked away. Ripa, by the way, did you see what I did on CobraCast? I think it was last week when somebody dropped the $500 super chat.
Nah.
Somebody dropped and this is because of Hailstorm. So shout out to Hailstorm. But so Alec Baldwin's finger, they were having a super chat fight, and Alec Baldwin's finger dropped a $500 super chat and didn't say anything. All right, said nothing. And so Hailstorm wanted me to play this. Hailstorm's like, here, play this. So we're gonna play this real quick. This is what Hailstorm wanted me to play.
And this is how much it was. $500 donation. You know what he says? Nothing. $500 on the table. Looks over at everybody at the poker table, dropped it on there, moonwalked right out of the saloon, double door.
That is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for repping the merch.
Oh yeah. Spurs on his boots.
It just keeps going. It keeps going.
Double holstered. Handguns. Cowboy hat. Thick mustache.
Thick mustache.
Dropped the money on the table, looked at everybody square in their eye, and just moonwalked right out of the saloon.
Cocky son of a bitch.
Didn't say anything. No message there. Didn't say jack shit. And you have to be a cocky son of a bitch. You got to be a cocky son of a bitch to drop $500 and just bounce the fuck out of there. Don't say nothing.
That is glorious.
So you got to give a big shout out to Hailstorm for that one, because
that was
so what was
big.
going on. So they were doing their super chat fight or whatever in CobraCast, and then Alec Baldwin's fingers comes in with a 500 and says literally nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you kidding me? And then Hailstorm's like, play this shit. And I was like, holy hell, that's perfect. That is perfect. Good stuff. All right, let's read some more, and then we're gonna.
Dino Wills came in the chat and he said, "Thanks, guys. I'm touched. It's been a great stream, by the way."
Hell yeah! Shout out Dino Wills. That's awesome. Good.
Yeah,
good
we'll
stuff.
knock out a few more over on the kick side. Linko Kenobi has gifted a sub and became a subscriber himself. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. Crispy Nokin for 5. Hail to you all. My friend just got featured in a Screen Rant article for his Black Panther and Power Ranger cosplays. The skies are the limit. Absolutely amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
Shout out to your friend.
Nice.
Jared the American for $2. People are just jealous of Eric and Jay's success.
I'm blown away by mine personally, but yeah.
But yeah. Top dog for a $4.99. Who would you rather date, Sydney Sweeney or Margot Robbie?
Robbie.
Robbie. I go Margot Robbie. Robbie.
She is crazy though, but you know what do you expect?
Big Raj for a $1.99 sent a thumbs up sticker. Thank you. Aurora Uplink for $2. I'm happy JJ landed on his feet as a producer.
Yeah, fuck him. I hope he never directs again, even though I like a lot of his earlier stuff, you know, with what he's done and all the whole white guilt thing that he did with Bad Robot. To hell with J.J. Abrams.
Want me to keep going or you want to cut it off there?
Let's get a couple more in and then we'll play the Jays You Open the Door song. So
okay. James Richard for $2. Indian Jones? Come on, man. Spelled Indian Jones.
Indian Jones. Come on, man. So again, the pinned post has the gaming link stream that will be on this channel. For me, at least my perspective will be here on Geeks and Gamers. I'll also stream it to my Kick channel. And then Beardo, Rolo, and Jay will probably stream from their perspective as well. But we will continue the super chats read over there to get all of them done. So go ahead, a couple more, Beardo, and then we're gonna play this.
Yep. Old Trucker for $5. Hey, Jeremy, grew up with someone with the same last name as you. Wonder if you related from the Carolinas.
No, not to my knowledge. I don't know anyone in the Carolinas. So
6 Blades for a $1.99. Not bad when BlackRock or Vanguard are your bank.
Yeah, I heard that. Shout out to Disney.
Shout out. Bird up for $2. Contra Hard Core on the Genesis was the GOAT.
I really do want to play through Contra again. I don't think I could. It would be brutal at this point. Gaming has been so dumbed down in recent years that we as gamers are just not as good as we used to be. But I would like to go through Contra. So,
Darian Murphy for a $4.99. Hope I pronounced this right. Did you guys see Spielberg in Cannes introducing Indy 5? He named the 3 people
Cannes Film Festival. Probably.
Cannes? Okay. Introducing Indy 5, he named the 3 people most important in creating Indiana Jones, and he did not mention Kathleen Kennedy.
That's really good. I'd like to somebody clip that shit for me or send me a link. I will play that shit. All these fucking soy boy betas out there like Kathleen Kennedy was so important to. No, she wasn't. That is funny.
I thought it was Cannes.
I thought it was Cannes. I thought it was Cannes.
I thought it was Cannes. Yeah, it's Cannes Film Festival. I thought it was Cannes.
Cannes.
Yes.
Geneva
Cannes.
Conference.
Cannes.
Geneva.
All right. We're gonna play. This is from Jonathan Chesser. Open the Door. It's really good, and then we're gonna call it a night. So, Jay, do you want to give us a lead in on this?
Every meme that you've ever seen on Tuesday night's main event wrapped up in a beautiful song.
Here we go.
Everybody's in it.
There's a story you've all been told. Our friend Drew 3PO Geeks Gamers Lord. Here in the 199. Before he was the Canadian bear on a live stream, he decided to share some knowledge that if hell we ought to know. say it ain't so. Hold on to your buckets. Yeah, got the J and A's. Lady in bed took his time to share his thoughts on so many things.
Look at the chat.
Walking in the planet. Feel like friends can't go on anymore. You open the door.
Ryan, man.
In the story known to most of us, he spoke of his cat Nicholas. It seemed that cat was really quiet aside.
He's wearing the meetup shirt. That's so funny.
Time it all and right out of the blue. And what seemed too good to be true, the cat learned to turn off the all lights.
He walked in here, double fisted one eye.
Coffee and right seats. So Ryan's car wouldn't overheat. This much he knows for sure.
That's the best angle.
My friends can't go on anymore. You open the door.
Rip is coming up next.
And it stirs up emotions deep down inside, like when Rip found out John died.
Kiss my cries.
From what he said, God who ain't
Man.
worry or rest along. Jay and his tape, we're back home on this farm.
That's just very creative.
Hold on to your buckets. Jay and A's. Looking name man took his time to share his thoughts on so many things. After walking the planet, this much he knows for sure. And when you feel like a friend can't go on anymore. You open the door.
Oh man.
That's unbelievable.
Bro.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's
That is
excellent.
so good.
Guys, big gulps, huh? All right. See you later.
Oh, it's fantastic,
creative.
man. So
That is
let me
so
drop a
good.
link in the chat for all of you. You can actually go over here and check it
Still
out.
screen sharing.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Right there's the link with Geeks and Gamers. I
so
just put it in
good.
the chat as Geeks and Gamers. Fucking tears, man. Holy hell, that's so good. So again, thank you guys. Again, you guys make this show. You guys make all of this stuff. What
I
we're
just
doing.
like, what if like
So-
20 years from now, some of us have shuffled on, someone comes across that video, it's just like, ooh, what retard is this? Who is this person?
Here, let me see. I'm gonna put it in the chat again, and I'll pin it. You guys have already gotten
man.
the link.
Gosh,
That's so good.
So you guys have already gotten the link for the gaming stream. So here it is. I'm commenting again, and then I will pin it so you guys can find it a little bit easier. Replaced pin. All right, so it's the pinned post now. Okay, so again, we're gonna do the gaming stream. Give us a little while, get everything set up on that, and then we will finish reading the super chats. Rippa, what do you got going on besides I think the march to 2 million, man? That's what we're doing now.
Right? Yeah, that's the next thing. We have what else? We have the obviously fan art contest going on right now. Go to rippaverse.com/fanart if you want to check that out. You get some information on it, read the terms. I don't know why my damn dog's going crazy right now.
You're good.
But yeah, so we have that. Of course, short box is on the way. Everything else that we have, the cover, main cover, or excuse me, the final cover, which would be the mass print cover. I think we're like a little over 1,000 or so books left to sell, and then we'll unlock that. So we still got a long way to go with this campaign. So, you know, I'm just gonna be on the road, you know, making little appearances, promoting the living hell out of this, man, because yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned. I'm really excited.
Hell yeah. Good stuff, man. Whatever you need from us, man. Whatever you need. You know, anytime you want to come on daily and talk about it, anything you want to push, you just let me know, man. You got an open door. We don't close. We'll open the door for a different reason for you. So, Beardo, fear that Beardo.
Yeah. You can follow me on Kick, Twitter, and subscribe to me on YouTube. We've been putting out some new content on YouTube just about some entertainment and streamer drama and news. So kind of revamped my whole entire YouTube channel doing that kind of thing. And we're streaming on YouTube. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Kick.
Hell yeah. Look at that. I love seeing y'all's Geeks and Gamers. I didn't even know he had the Canadian Bear G&G shirt when I highlighted that one. So I love seeing that in y'all's profile picture. So that's super cool. Stephanie, My Nerdy Home.
Yeah, come and follow me on Kick. I'll be doing some streaming there. I'm also putting out videos on my YouTube channel again. So
let's go.
Subscribe to me on YouTube as well, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I spend most of my time.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Steph, as always. Drunk 3PO. Oh, look at there. We got to get full screen right there.
That's
there we go.
Is that the dog that was barking? He's so tiny.
Yeah, that's
He has a big bark. He has a big boy bark.
Look at that. That's awesome. Hell yeah. I will say, and I don't talk. I know, like this channel, early on, I featured my dogs on this channel a lot, and people have asked about them a lot. Both are, doing well. Although I will say, Puppy Face, we had a scare with Puppy Face just a few days ago. He's getting pretty old, but got a clean bill of health after the scare. But yeah, it was a little worried. I was a little worried there, but Leia and Puppy Face are both doing very well. And as you guys know, animals are very important, man. So they're like children. So when you have an issue, it's pretty stressful. So, but I'll try to I'll be in Pensacola this weekend. So, I'll try to show, Leia and Puppy Face again, because that's old school lore right there for Geeks and Gamers. I used to feature them on the channel. So Drunk 3PO. You gonna stream with us, buddy?
Yeah, I guess I'll play some Fortnite on my Kick channel. But also, if you get a chance, head over to 9 Line Apparel and pick up the Indiana Jones Fortune and Glory shirt. It's only for sale for another 10 days. And money goes help veterans. So
hell yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Hell yeah. And I see you guys are really going over there to Jonathan Chester's channel and commenting and liking. So thank you for that. Jonathan, you might want to, if you want to add to the title, like you open the door, like, and then put like a dash Geeks and Gamers Drunk 3PO or something that might help people search it out a little better, or Tuesday Night's Main Event or something like that. Just it'll help it with people searching it. But really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. So we will see you live on the gaming stream on our respective channels and this main channel very soon. Here, just give me about 20 minutes to get everything set up. Be live. Thank you guys so very much. We have Geeks and Gamers Daily tomorrow, and then we have Battlefront 2 tomorrow night. We'll be back on Battlefront 2.
Let's go.
And yeah, so a lot of good stuff in the future. So thank you guys for the support. Greatly appreciated. The best group on the internet as always, and we will talk to all of you guys later. Bye everyone.
Bye.